Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Deku had cybernetic quirk part 2. If you guys enjoy this what if and want to see part 3, comment down below and let me know before I start. Please do support for more awesome content and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and check out the description in my playlist. The author of the story at 𝘆selvfølgⴍ from Wattpad. So let's start the video. As Izuku walks forward alone towards the villains, he only brought out his hand cannon. How what could one little ht do give it up? Kid, you better pray to whoever god you believe in. We want those girls, and you are in the way. Izuku. How typical of a man with no morals wanting to 𝘆𝘆_𝘂'𝗋 who said I wanted to give up, pointing his weapon, and they laugh. You only have RBB bullets, there's no way a kid like you would be given a dash, and soon Izuku fires as part of his head is blown off. 𝘰 575, and now the villains charged. Izuku dodges one of them to fire the back of his head to see one of them with an electric quirk trying to shock him. He claps his hands and soon fire came out of his arms burning him. Soon he fires and kills the villain, and he grabs one of them and snaps his neck. He charges forward to slide and he fired at two of them trying to fire at him. Meanwhile Momo and Jiraiya could only watch in both fear and awe, seeing how quick and effective Izuku's skill is at killing the man. This further proves to Momo that he truly is a force to be reckoned with. Soon he spins his pistol to have the mag eject to reload the weapon and spin it again and fires at the villains trying to run away. One of them managed to hit the weapon out of his hand, then he tried to punch him only to his metal arm absorbing the force. Izuku lets him hit for a moment and soon he punches back, releasing a charged punch which blew right through his abdomen. He was wheezing out. Izuku, you look at Mellet, this be the last thing you see. As he stared right into his eyes, the villains died. Izuku, let's go find the others. He looks at the two. Momo, right? Jiraiya, holy SHT, and they followed him, but he doesn't seem to be in a hurry. As he walks through the corridor leading into the other environmental rooms, he soon sees Kaminari, Tsuyu, and Mineta trying to defend against the other villains in the seaport environment. Izuku, you guys head back to the others, make sure those guys are safe. Momo, alright, let's go. Jiraiya, right? And they leave. Izuku brings out Comrade's hammer to aim at the villains in a crowd. Izuku, hey fuckheads. And some look at him, and he fired the firepower plowed and dismembered multiple members, leaving a bloodied mess, and he reloads. Going into full focus, he fires the hand cannon at the villains in the water, killing each one without missing a shot. Soon the villains took notice of how much a threat he is, so in their best attempt sent one of the villains with an armor type quirk. Come on kid, you know your guns aren't enough. And soon Izuku punches him away to only put Comrade's hammer in his mouth. Izuku, they're plenty enough, and he fires Mineta. Holy SHT, he's going to kill us. Crying out, grabbing Tsuya's bub only to be smacked away. Soon all the villains lay there dead. As Izuku approached, they couldn't help but feel relieved and horrified at the same time. Izuku, head back to the others, they are waiting. And they run off dragging a brain-dead Kaminari. Izuku, on to the next area. As he just spins the gun in his hand to go into the city environment, seeing Bakugo, Shoka, and Shoto holding on their own, and noticed some of the villains were waiting to ambush them, so to put a stop to it, he fires Comrade's hammer at the building, causing them to flee from their hiding spot while the trio takes them out. Only then did Izuku gets a headshot on one villain that grabbed Shoka, and he walks away. Soon he arrives back at the area they were at from before, seeing everyone. Izuku, how swell. Seeing the other villains being taken care of by Azawantl, he was grabbed by this massive purple birdman with a mixture of the Hulk. Izumi sensei. And soon Izuku knew what to do. He rushes in and punches the demon thing. It tanked his punch. Izuku runs a scanning diagnosis to see it has shock absorbing quirk and other quirks as well. Izuku then fires Comrade's hammer at it, blowing off its arm as it screams in pain. Letting go of Aizawa, he makes a gesture to Izumi to grab him, and she obeys. Soon the demon thing tried to hit him, barely dodging it. Izumi, brother, she yelled out. Izuku, so you like to fight, huh? Well, let me show you. And he grabs its fist and punches it back using a concentrated charge punch. Of course, the demon thing has hyper regeneration, so like any other sane person, he fires Comrade's hammer again at it, blowing off the arm. Again it starts to regenerate, so to keep it at bay, he fires more round at it, was only wasting one bullet at a time, but the thing maims the demon thing. Soon Izuku runs off to clap his hands, causing his termite module to burn the creature's wounds, preventing it from regenerating. Shigaraki, fairy, you are cheating. Izuku, nah, just have a high enough level to F it up, and soon he fires at the head, blowing away half of it, and soon he burns it as well. The creature was in no use now. Shigaraki, God didn't it, and he tried to go after him only to be shot in the shoulder. But not by him snipe. You best keep standing there, and soon the other heroes arrived. Fear not, for I am he. A lot of them froze seeing Izuku taking down the other villains brutally. He wasn't using his weapons anymore, he was straight up beating them to death as he grabbed another villain by the neck to only rip his head off effortlessly. Midnight. My god. Even Aizawa, despite being injured, could only watch in horror seeing how proficient the kid is at taking another life. Momo could only stare seeing a glimpse of his true method of taking care of the problem. How could anyone, let alone someone her age, be this good? It looks straight out of a movie seeing how fluid his movements are to just punching them and then throwing them so effectively. That was until he grabbed the last villain. Shigaraki and Kurogyari got the hell out of there fast. Izuku, who do you work for? What's it to you? Izuku, I want to know why you were part of a failed attack on killing minors. Go to hell. Izuku, where do you think I come from? Heaven. Grabbing his jaw, forcing it open. Izuku, last chance. Who are you working for? League of Villains. Under our leader Shigaraki. Please, that's all that I know. Izuku, very well, rot in hell. And soon he rips his jaw out and he drops him. The student couldn't handle it. Some of them vomited from the sight and he walks up to them. Izuku, and you call yourselves heroes? As he walked past all of them, hadn't even flinched, didn't even feel anything from it, treated it like a chore. Horrified seeing what his son had truly became. Momo, is this what Night City has done to him? Or has he always been this way? Izuku just walks off back to the school, not caring how far it is anyway. The main goal was to kill students and try to bring out All Might, so in return he killed them. His count, Izuku, 623, and as expected he sits in the principal's office again. Nizu, now Izuki heard what happened today and I would like to thank you for saving the students, but you left no survivors. Izuku, didn't the 3 idiots knock out some of them? Nizu, well yes, but they won't talk. Izuku, let me talk to them. Thini wasn't trained by the best to get the information out of someone. Nizu, and that's the problem, you are not a hero, you are acting like a mercenary again. Izuku, I am a mercenary. Nizu, but you are now a hero in training and this kill count you have cannot go up any further. Sooner or later we will have no choice but to arrest you. Izuku, even though it's just criminals and villains I killed. Nizu, that would fall under the category of vigilantism. Izuku, a vigilante? How stupid, don't even have a quirk, how the hell can that apply to me? Nizu, Luke, we know that you had a horrible past and you have been trained to do this, but I'm sure you can control and hold back. Izuku, Wakako just doesn't let me hold back. That's what I'm trained to do, not to be saint or a pacifist. We're done here. And he walks out. Didn't realize that he still had some of the villains BLD on him. Some of the students cleared out of the war for him. Walking out now, heads for his vehicle. Highly doubts he'll get that conversation with Mama, but he decided to wait for a moment. Did he go too far? Was it really ideal for him to kill them? In all honesty, he doesn't know, just did it out of instinct like a predator to its prey. He killed them with no remorse, because if you do that in Night City you are likely to suffer the same fate or worse. Soon he hears a knocking on his door. Momo, can we talk now? Izuku, get in, and she does. Soon he drives up to Dagobah Beach seeing the place cleaned up nicely. Izuku, talk. Momo, Izuki, I honestly don't know what to say. No, you are hurting badly. Izuku, and that concerns you because? Momo, you just massacred a horde of villains. Izuku, I did what I had to to ensure you all stay safe. Momo, but you didn't have to murder them. You could have knocked them out. Or just fire at their limbs, or even just straight up fight them. Izuku, clearly you don't know my training. That's versus specialty to preserve the goods. Momo, you are not understanding. You killed people today. Do you realize how bad that will look on you? Izuku, normally this isn't something I would talk about. Momo, you are not in Night City anymore, you are here in Mustafar, Japan. We have a different type of culture and laws. Izuku, I'm not discussing this. If you want to hate me, go right ahead. Momo, you need to realize that your methods just doesn't work here. You need to keep control of your actions. Izuku, they wanted to do 𝘆ecie to you both of you. It's not an excuse, but I couldn't help but remember when I found you at the Maelstrom Hiduri. Guess in some generic cliché excuse I went full berserk mode. If any of them even touched a hair on you, if they managed to take a hold of you too, wouldn't be able to live with myself. Looking down now. Momo, you were worried for me? Izuku, in some f-up way, yes, the thought and image of you just even getting the lightest treatment from them is enough for me to kill them 𝘆ecie𝘂'𝗵𝗹 that this isn't Night City but that place the things you see's enough to drive anyone infinito drive someone to just commit genocide on the villains you think I enjoys this didn't you Momo? Now I didn't say 𝘰𝗙 was upset angry even seeing how you treated it like an everyday chore 𝘆ecie. Well sorry to burst your bubble but it is like that to mean sometimes just wish I could just finally die in the blaze of glory but how the F can I do? That no it's not helping with what I'm explaining trying to avoid the topic but I already told you what I felt during the time believe 𝘰𝗙 just saying what I needed to say Momo, you're afraid though right? 𝘆ecie, what are you talking about Momo? You are afraid that if you try to become close to someone you will be betrayed like last time 𝘆ecie, gee. Was it that obvious, Momo? No had to get a second opinion 𝘆ecie, good to know, soon he felt her hand on his shoulder she was crying Momo. I just don't want you to end up somewhere wasting your life away in boozer worst bloodied up and laying in a pool of your own BLD in an alley somewhere 𝘆ecie, you know that it's unlikely to happen Momo. But I have fears of you are the only person that I could truly tell you everything that is happening to me when I saw you fight. The Tinji couldn't help but worry you are too important to me 𝘆ecie, despite only being around me for a short while Momo. Yes, soon she felt his metal hand gripping hers 𝘆ecie. I know and that's why I'm afraid of growing close to someone Mob cause sometimes I expect to one day wake up to see it was all a lie and just a figment of my imagination the things I did and see don't deserve such a thing Momo. You say that but of all people. You deserve it the most 𝘆ecie are like you see you just were misunderstood and you had to suffer for it 𝘆ecie. Hey you know for a 𝘆ecie you had to pick to the most dickish person to be with you Momo. He and the same goes with you Jackie is crazy 𝘆ecie. But a good friend sorry mono thing will change my 𝘁cie died and was reborn in Night City and my morals well you've seen them highly doubt anyone would feel the same way as you do, Momo. Well even if that's the case I'll always be here for you. 𝘆ecie because I will not abandon you like 𝘁cie will stay with you until the very end 𝘆ecie. That's a lot on you plate Momo. Well you had to set the standard high 𝘆ecie. I guess Sotanks and she leans on him now Momo. No problem 𝘆ecie. You know without these she and 𝘁𝗏 really is appealing, looking at the sunset Momo. Trying to go blind? 𝘆ecie, who said I was talking about the sun? Momo. He and I would like to thank you 𝘆ecie, for what? Momo. For being there for me as well also having the urge to protect me 𝘆ecie. It's the least I could do, soon they stayed like that for a while but everyone is going him back at you. Wondering what are they going to do with him and honestly they don't know but the option to send him back is the but is it worth it? And if they do succeed, then they would have the first quirkless hero in the century but at the price of so many lives taken by him who knows maybe it's for the best midnight. So he killed about 52 villains within the span of 10 minutes. Aizawa. From what the students witnessed yes and he also took down that creature the villain called a Nomu that was designed to kill All Might when he did a monologue speech that was generic Nizu. Htmintrastingia no this Midoriya boy may be more useful than I thought. I have completely underestimated his skills yes this is the perfect opportunity when the time comes I will let you all know but for now we must continue on with the a festival. Aizawa, why do I have a feeling it's going to involve something illegal again midnight? Wait again? PM. Yeesh Nizu. Not exactly since he is quirklish may be able to go do some dirty work for us Aizawa. And what do you exactly mean by that Nizu? We've been having a series of thief going around here recently I would like for him to put an end to it since the students are very nervous to stay after school and do work. He will be there to finish the job midnight. But what if he kills this thief Nizu? Well it just happens then Aizawa facepalms Yagi. He's a danger to keep around Nezuki can't we just send him back to Night City? Midnight, you waited for 9 years looking for him and now you want him gone, angry now Yagi. He killed over 600 now. Aizawa. Don't remind me how this all started Yagi, and he stayed quiet Nizu, alright. Now that's settled he will be doing that in substituting the other events at the sports festival has put a strain on our Namiso this will be his own grade Aizawa. Highly doubt anyone would want to intern him anyway, I would and they look to the door to see Yagi. Night eye. Yagi heard you found your son you didn't keep up the end of your bargain Yagi. What do you mean in night eye? You gave your quirk to your daughter Nana would be ashamed midnight. ****, what do you need? Night I want to intern the boy Nizu. Really may I ask why? Night. He still needs to control his anger. It can cloud his judgment, and also I need to help shape him up to make sure his choices don't look any more worst on you lot Yagi. Why are you really here? Night I. Gran will not tutor Izumi Yagis. It was a double-worded meaning, but still I must talk to him about the power he deserve, and now Nizu spits out his Tiizawa. You don't mean Night I want him as the next inheritor of One for All and attend the sports festival? Izuku, Saich Momo, did you just say Sai? Izuku, that's how bored I am Momo. Well, what do you want to do? Izuku, I don't know movie. Momo, sure doesn't really matter to me Izuku. At least in a movie you can sleep or F Momo. Why did I had a feeling you were going to say something like that? Izuku, because I'm very well experienced Momo. Who was your first? Izuku, why do you want to know? Momo, I'm just curious since you slept with one of the servants Izuku. Oh, you give her a 8 out of 10. She was cared for gently. Soon Momo hits his issy Momo. God, you are shameless Izuku. I know, but at least I'm honest about it and I don't look at your bub or try to harass peep at you unlike a certain midget Momo. Somehow I can tolerate you but not him Izuku. Who knows, might be the charisma Momo. And impressive PP. It's so obvious you were going to say it again Izuku. Who said I was going to say it? No, you said PP Momo. Shut up Izuku, you said it not me. Soon he starts up the vehicle so they drove to the movies and he let Momo pick the film Momo. Why did you make me choose Izuku? Wanted to see how fast your choice can make me fall asleep Momo. PP Izuku, do you want it? Momo, God, how am I friends with you? Izuku, ouch, the friend zone. Soon he got the drinks and of course they slipped a beer once they make it in the theater. They sat in the back in the corner Momo. Why the corner? Izuku, told you already I want to sleep, not get disturbed by some couple kicking my chair or coughing by me Momo. Reasonable. Soon they watched it, and as he said Momo looks to her right to see him sleeping Momo. Giggling a little, but he did look peaceful in his sleep like all the problems are gone. She just watched it, but sooner she hears him stir Momo. Izuku, whispering to him. Izuku was mumbling something. Sorry, I'm sorry 𝘆ᴜᴜᴜ cannot be a hero please 𝘰𝗉 Momo pleased and theme Momo. Hate you. Then she realized he was dreaming. It's bad. The only thing she did was grab him and pulled him to her, stroking his hair Momo. It's alright Izuku, it's alright. And he was still mumbling. The amount of damage done to him is done. The only thing she could ever hope for is to help him recover Momo. Sigh you are a lot of work aren't you? Smiling at him Izumi was sitting in her brother's old room where it all happened. The window was still the same way it was left in, so of course some moisture and the environment have made it messy, but she didn't care. She laid on his bed silently crying. She had been up badly. The 4 broken ribs says so, along with the fact he beat her up during the training session as well with no remorse when he was acting. He was really speaking from the depths of his heart to tell her how he truly feels about them all, and honestly, she doesn't blame him. She doesn't blame him at all. Izumi, she walks in to see her defeated. As if she had just failed to save the world. Izumi just stayed quiet. Oh sweetheart, she goes up to sit next to her. All she could do is to rub her back to try and comfort her. She never left this room ever since he ran away. Izumi. 9 years I waited and cried and regretted every choice I made in my life. 9 years to see him come back. He was so happy, but he changed and it was for the worst. Almost killed almost killed meaned he slaughtered the villains at the 𝘆ᴜ ripped out a villain's jaw and stabbed him with it like some video game. What have I done? What have I done? Sobbing more now. has no words. She heard what happened. The entire world heard of it. Johnny Silverhand they call him now, and the people hate him, but he doesn't care. Just wants his license and head back to Night City. But who is his other family and how do they treat him there? In Night City, Jackie, 𝘆ᴜᴜ kids. Vic, still a warrior while Mama Wells was praying for those who have fallen under his wraith. Wakako, however, in her office could only chuckle hearing this until she receives a phone call. She picks it up. Wakako, Rugito, what do I owe the pleasure? Rouge, I heard your particular merch has been gaining the attention of the world. All of the fixers in the area now want a contract with him. You made quite the mercenary. Wakako. And you know the boy is wanting to be a hero. Rouge. Pure fantasy. 𝘆ᴜᴜ boy will die the moment he steps his foot back into this place. No matter the skills, all of Night City will do whatever it takes to take him out of the picture. Wakako, I wouldn't be sure if it is he may be trying, but there is one important aspect to it all. Rouge. And what at that? Wakako. He will the first hero that has come out of this city, and the respect he will gain will be enough for him to survive. Rouge. We'll see about that 𝘂𝘂ⴟ and she hangs up Jackie. Can't believe the kid did it. 𝘆cije really showed them who's the Diablo. Wonder how he fared with the porcelain beach Jackie. I bet he's having a nice one-night stand-in with the best Japan could offer. Izuku soon wakes up. Izuku. He realized that he was laying on Momo. He sat up suddenly. Momo. Oh, Izuku, what do you mean oh? Why was I laying on you? Whispering Momo. Well, you started to mumble in your sleep so I tried to calm you down. Izuku. Okay, so why was I on your seat? Momo. No more. And she watched the movie. Izuku. Why not? Momo. Luki told you I would help and it thought, expecting an insult. Izuku. I get it, thank you Momo. He smiled and with the way the light hits his face she couldn't help but blush. Momo. He should smile more often. Izuku. You said it out loud. Momo. Huh? And she hid her face out of embarrassment. Izuku. Well, since you said that, let me do this. Momo. And soon her eyes widened to witness him, the man of Night City, kissing her. She couldn't help but melt into it, but he breaks it. Momo. Why? Why you just Izuku? Glad to be your first, and he gets up and grabs his drink. Izuku. See you at school. And he takes his leave. She was at a loss now. Momo. You mother effer, muttering it out. Soon Izuku approaches the truck and he drives off. Izuku. Glad to have you here Momo, and he smirks as he goes back to the apartment to head into his small lab room he made. Izuku. A pint of BLD. He has a vial with him as she did what they agreed on. This will be his chance to further improve his tech. Izuku. Projectile launch system explosive mods thermal electric and of course chemical round. She pours a small amount of the BLD in the core container. Soon he heads to his computer. Izuku. Now to program the atomic structure and the material used for it, and he takes his metal arm off and soon has the core inserted into the forearm section where the joints diverge. Izuku. Now we wait. As he goes to the fridge to bring out a spunky monkey. Of course, he had it imported from Night City. Seeing the DMN cost we too high. Izuku. Wonder how Imo is doing right. Momo. That no good two-timing BSRD and his metallic arm who just sleeps around like AF dog. But damn it, I'm glad it was him. Izuku. I'm sure she's fine and he just watches the news TV. Tonight we have some horrifying news today, students. At you. I had an unexpected attack from villains. However, as terrifying this may seem, that is not all. Student who is known as Johnny Silverhand has brutally murdered the villains and have also chased them away. Is this the start of a new hero or the beginning of a new terror? Soon another anchorman comes up. Come on, you fully know that he is from Night City. For all we know, what he did was something generous. Izuku. Scavs would have prolonged it to V, and I have a feeling this guy is going to change things for the better. How the hell could you believe that? He is the making of a villain. If he was a villain, why didn't he murder the students and heroes? If he wanted to he would have done it. And now he turns it off. Izuku. What a F joke. And soon the arm was done. He soon has it reinstalled and then Izuku. Alright, here we go. And soon his metallic arm opens to reveal his next masterpiece. Izuku. Okay, thermal module load. And soon it to the thermal module activated. Soon Izuku opens a window to look at the target he set up. It was Endeavor's statue from Central Way. Activates the Smart Link mod and soon it targets the statue and it fires. The whole thing goes up in flames and soon the metal itself melts into nothing but a pool. He knows it works, but what he wants to see, he sets his arm into an X-ray to see the core glowing purple now, and the core has made a new thermal round and it loads into the weapon. Izuku. Yes. Thermal module reloaded. Izuku. Yes. He cheered, it worked. Soon he got a call. Izuku. Hello. He was so happy. Izumi. Izuku, and he hangs up. Izuku. F off, trying to have a moment. Soon he receives another call. Izuku. Izumi, I swear to God, Night Eye. Don't compare me to that harlot. Izuku. And who the F is this? Night Eye. My name is Sir Enitai Izuku. Pro hero and my father's former sidekick, Enitai. Yes, Izuku. What do you want? Night Eye. I want to talk Izuku's staff of you. I does not want you to participate in the sports festival. Izuku. And why is that? Because I saved there when I did what I do best. Night Eye, you would know you're from Night City. Betrayal is all you see there. Izuku. Well, you're not wrong. And will you listen to what I have to say? Izuku. Fine, where and what is the location? Night Eye, meet me at my tower tomorrow after you are done with class, then we can talk. Izuku. Very well, and he hangs up. Well, then looks like they really are making everything he does a pain in the butt. Izuku walks up to the support clash. Was told by Aizawa that his vest was undergoing some repairs. Ochako. Oh hey Johnny, seeing Ochako their leader. Oh hello Johnny, both of them nervous. Izuku. You don't have to be nervous, you know. Ochako. Nervous? 𝗹𝗲 who's being nervous? I'm not being nervous, right, 𝘰𝘱? Smiling while sweating 𝘰𝘱, yes, well, we'll be seeing you, Johnny, and they rush the F out of there 𝘠ᴅⴜ and he soon walks up to the door to only see it explode. Soon the smoke clears. Power loader. God damn it, 𝘆ecie, that's the second time this week. Soon 𝘠ᴅ looks up to see a girl on him. Oh, when did you get here? Seeing the pink-haired girl on top of him. 𝘠ᴅ, normally I'm the one on top, May. Oh well, can't be chooser, right? 𝘠ᴅ, that's not what 𝘆𝑚 here to pick up my vest, May. Vest the moj. That one, yeah, he just got that baby finished, and soon she sees his metallic arm and also the other cyberware he has. May. Ellie gasp, is that a metal arm? Excited now, looking at it now, ignoring the fact she's shoving her 𝘁 into his face. 𝘠ᴅ, you know I need to breath, May. But this is very cool, it's a scientific discovery. 𝘠ᴅ, get off now, pushing her off. Power loader then just picks her up. 𝘠ᴅ, thanks, power loader. No thank you for saving the students yesterday, 𝘠ᴅ. Also, what insult do you have for me? Power loader, what insult? He just thanked you, and also the crime rate went down 5% because they heard of the infamous hero in training. 𝘠ᴅ, yeah, May. I want 𝘠ᴅ, could you please shut up, May? No, 𝘠ᴅ, *𝜳*. Soon power loader comes back with the vest. May. Oh, I added another layer of armor. It may be thin, but it will tank a couple of hits from even a high-calibrated rifle. 𝘠ᴅ, gee thanks. She had no clue what personal space means, but hey, he doesn't hate it almost. 𝘠ᴅ, could you please back up a little? Need be ready for night tower this afternoon. Power loader, is it about night? 𝘠ᴅ, are you just informed about everything? Power loader, no, was here at a meeting yesterday, and yeah, you should be participating in the sports festival. You have every right to go as much as every student here in you. 𝘠ᴅ, yeah, but I could care less what the people think of me, so I'll be seeing ya. And he walks out. 𝘠ᴅ, ‒ as he walks past her. 𝘠ᴜ, and she enters the support room. ― excuse me, 𝘠ᴅ, you need to move your truck out of the fire lane. 𝘠ᴅ, yes sir, Mr. Mouse, and he went to go do the task, but certain people thought differently. 𝘠ᴅ just watched him ditch class along with the others. ― what happened, my netta? Good riddance. And soon he was jabbed by Gyrus. Jax Gyru. Shut upus if you ever know what he's going through. ― Bakugo, the F are you on about? Gyru, can't you see that he's going through something? I barely know the guy, but even I can tell there's some 𝘆ecie bothering him. ― he murdered people, Gyru, and he's from a place filled with people like him. You ever thought of that? ― well, if he's what the worst has to offer, then Momo. It's not the worst. They look at her. ― oh, look at Silverhand's girlfriend Momo. Whatever, yeah, he is honestly the best we'll ever get. There are worst people. There's scavs being worse than the worst. 𝘰𝑖zawa. Alright, shut up you lot, and they all rush to take their seats. Soon they see their teacher all bandaged up. Kaminari, you just got injured, Mr. 𝘰𝑖zawa. 𝘰𝑖zawa, doesn't matter, you're not the only one. Flashback. 𝘰𝑖zawa was being dragged away from the front door of his apartment. 𝘰𝑖zawa, Emmy, Mike, let go. Emmy, no, you need to rest. 𝘠𝑚 PM, Shota. You really need to rest. Emmy, I said it. Remember, racist, bassist. PM, what? Soon 𝘰𝑖zawa started to chuckle. Emmy soon started to hum a tune, and he laughs again. PM, Shota laughing. What world is this? Soon he lets go, and Emmy then drags him back into the bedroom. 𝘰𝑖zawa, let go, Emmy. Soon she jumps into bed with him to cuddle. Emmy, no, you just got hurt today, you're staying with me. 𝘰𝑖zawa, there's no way out of this. Emmy, nope. 𝘰𝑖zawa, ***, fine tomorrow. Emmy, that's fine by me. Flashback and 𝘰𝘱. Mr. 𝘰𝑖zawa, but Johnny left the school premises. 𝘰𝑖zawa, he didn't. 𝘰𝘱, what? Soon he walks in. 𝘠ᴅ just waltz in whistling, and he walks over to the window where the others are. 𝘠ᴅ, what are we looking at? Oh well, and he sits back down. 𝘰𝘱, yoibeth? Mina, are you sure teleporting is your quirk? 𝘠ᴅ, pretty sure I'm quirkless. Patrick. Mina, Patrick? 𝘠ᴅ, Mayu and SpongeBob over there, pointing his thumb at Kaminari. Kaminari, wait, that's not true, is it? Mina, what about that time you forgot to 𝘠†? Soon 𝘰𝑖zawa talks about the sports festival still going on, and of course some of them even asked that if it's too soon, but he explained that it's to show that you will not be deterred from such a thing as this, to show their strength. But to 𝘠ᴅ, however, 𝘠ᴅ just makes it seem like you're desperate. He muttered to himself. Soon class was over, and soon they open it to be greeted by other students. Mina, Ochako, oh hello there. Bakugo, the F are you extras? Izumi, 𝘁𝘂 sorry about him, soon one of them comes up a blonde kid Monoma, so this is our competition. What a joke, just because you went against heroes doesn't mean you are better than us. Lita, now hold on, we didn't say we were better than anyone Izuku, but I am, and soon he looks to see Izuku still leaning back his chair. Monoma, oh, so you think because you are in 1A gives you a right to bitch about how great you are, and some of the 1A students didn't want to stop him if he gets hurt, it's his own doing. Izuku gets up, and what, it too, you aren't the best supposed to get into this. Plus, if so, why aren't you in here? And some of the other classmates went, oh, it's Kirishima, hey guys, there's no need to be so hostile. Why can't all of us be friends? Soon a girl with vine-like hair was praying and Izuku saw her emblem. Izuku, hey Yunun, and they look at her. Yes. Izuku, you wouldn't happen to know a Sebastian Ibarra who goes by the name of Padre, wouldn't you? And she went wide-eyed. Shiozaki, Izuku, so you will tell him I said hi and it's good to see another person like me. Shiozaki, you are mistaken. Padre used to have a parish here in Japan before he went to Night City to try and show the people the faith of God. Is he okay? Is his journey to spread hope and faith doing well? Izuku, flashback. Padre, Izuku, I need you to do some work. Izuku, Pater, haven't heard from you in a while, sorry for missing Masked. Padre, all is forgiven. Izuku, but the will of God will not be so forgiving. On a certain Tiger Claw member, Hana Sakoshi is held accountable for the death of one girl named Mia, 4 years old. Tortured to death, and the parents had to what she have heard from the Lord that she is to be punished, and how will her death be decided? Bring her to me and I will do what God has told me as my mission to be here in this evil and vile kingdom of Satan, and I shall show her what the light has to show her. Izuku, very well. Padre, you yourself are a fallen angel. My son, God has once saw you as the purest form of innocence, but this kingdom of evil has perverted you to be the vilest form, but you still retain your goodness for the people. Soon you will find the light, you will find your purpose, and it will not be easy now. Then the job, do it for the will of God. Flashback ends. Izuku, he's doing fine. Shiozaki, oh, forgive me. I'm Ibra Shiozaki, a fellow follower of the Lord himself. I wish to speak of Padre some other time. Izuku, no problem. Soon this girl with horns and was blonde looks at him. Wow, he looks so cool and good looking as well. She spoke English. Oh, this is an open opportunity. Izuku, you're not so bad looking yourself, he said to her, and soon she immediately blushes strong and ducks out into cover. Soon the blonde dude touches his shoulder. Monoma, perhaps we can know each other better. Izuku, that's Monoma, what? Izuku, I don't swing that way, man. Monoma, no, that's not it. What's your quirky? Thought it would be your metal arm. Izuku, oh, this old thing. Nah, PP head, I'm quirkless, and if there was a record player in the room it would screech. Monoma, are you saying, Kendo, you made it a ways while being quirkless? Izuku, yes and yes. Now excuse me, I have an important meeting to go to. Monoma, whoever it is can wait. You think you can just walk through us? Now trying to get a rise out of him. Izuku, do you want to be killed or are you just stupid enough to realize the situation? You don't care what you do, don't give a SHT to how many threats you give out from that anal hole you call a mouth, so unless you are going to do something about get the F out of my way. And his eyes glowed and immediately they moved to clear a path for him and he leaves. Only Momo, yeah, don't mess with him. If I were you. Izuku just drove to Japan seeing the tower from even there. He hated that demon thing. If he ever had the choice he would have blown it up, but sadly he can't. Soon he makes it and he already asked the front receptionist of his arrival. Soon he walks up the stairs seeing he needed the walk since that truck isn't comfortable to sit in during it. Prolonged trip. Izuku, holy sh, this is nice. Soon he made it to the 30th floor. Soon he knocks on the door and it opens to a particular scene seeing a blue-skinned girl strapped to a machine and was being tickled. Izuku, type of FH do you have? Night Eye, looking at him who was carefully observing Night Eye. She has failed to make the field report. Funny as you can see I have a unique type of humor. Comment, can you carry my assistant? She is quite tired obviously. Izuku, with pleasure, while he undoes the straps. That was torture. Soon she was being carried. Thanks man. Izuku, no problem. And soon he follows Night Eye into the offices and he sets her down in a chair while Night Eye and Izuku face each other across the table. Izuku, so what did you want me for? Night Eye, I already approved of you to be in the sports festival, so you are going to participate. Next one is a bigger problem. Izuku, you have a job for me to fill because right now I'm not doing any merc work. Unless it's worth it. Night, one of that, it's more of an important manner. Izuku, Midoriya, how would you feel about being granted a quirk? And soon Izuku just stares at him. Izuku, the F did you say? Night, You heard me correctly, though you want details? 𝘰𿬂. Explain. Soon he was told about the origin of one for all and its importance, and of course all for one who he has met already when given the description, but hey, he's no snitch for now, 𝘰𿬂. So, my sister has this quirk, 𝘆𝑚, and she's been having a strong time controlling it, and me and my friend Gran have been speculating that the quirk is rejecting 𝘰𝑚 has been breaking bones very easily. And it does a massive amount of damage to her when she uses it, so I ask of you that you would be a better inheritor than 𝘰𝑚 has been the worst choice for this quirk. So please 𝘰𝑐𝑒 beg of you to inherit this quirk, 𝘆𝑚. So please 𝘰𝑐𝑒. I beg of you, the inheritor of one for all. Bubble Girl could only just wait for the results. She has never seen him act so desperate before. Is this 9th inheritor really that bad? It's going to be answered when 𝘰𝑐𝑒 stands up. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. So you're telling Medhat I need to finish AF dude that could steal other quirks, the same guy that 𝘃𝘆 might fail to do. Now I have to be the one to do it. Are you kidding me? 𝘆𝑚. 𝘰𝑐𝑒, please 𝘰𝑐𝑒, and I will not be used as another one scapegoat. If this problem needs to be solved this way, you can keep me out of it. 𝘆𝑚. It's not just because of my choice. I heard the quirk calling out it chooses you to be its next inheritor. It wants you to use this power to take down a greater evil. Please 𝘰𝑐𝑒. The quirk you got to be 𝘃𝑐𝗙𝗟 quirk can't talk. It's nothing more than just a power. It's not some King Arthur bullshit where a magical sword embedded in a stone wants the so-called chosen one to pull it out. No, this is some pirated bullshit that wants me to eat hair. 𝘆𝑚. Bubble Girl. 𝘰𝑐𝑒, you know what I mean. 𝘆𝑚. Isn't it your dream of retaining a quirk? I saw those journals you used to have, wondering what type of quirk you'll get, like something similar to your parents, right? Wasn't electrokinesis 𝘰𝑐𝑒, not pyrokinesis. I was hoping for something that would be similar to my father's. Bubble Girl. But you had that dream though, correct? 𝘰𝑐𝑒. Yes, I used Towntal Night City, changed it for me. 𝘆𝑚. You said Night City, tell me more. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. What I call hell on earth, even that's an understatement from what I went through there. Ran away from one hell to end up in another. Bubble Girl. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. COD. 𝘆𝑚 face palms. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. Anyway, ended up meeting two people who I am grateful of ever running into my whole life. V and Jackie. V. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. A nickname for 𝘰𝑚 was the more stern, reasonable type, while Jackie was a crazy son of a beach. They would even make the number 2 hero wet his if he saw how they fight, a force to be reckoned with. He was took in and trained under 𝘂𝑐𝑒 is also my fixer, and 𝘆𝑚 chokes on his drink. Bubble Girl. Who is that? 𝘆𝑚. Lady of Knowledge knows a lot about someone. Even if you think you are safe, she knows. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. Yep, and 𝘰𝑚 the kicker here. She trained and educate me everything I know, and sooner or later I learned how to fight, make or help out the place, all to become the greatest mercenary Night City has ever seen. But again, it changes you no matter what. 𝘆𝑚. And this is related to the quirk because 𝘰𝑐𝑒, I had to give up a lot of things to survive. That was one of them. Me father lived there. Andy left something for me to work on, something to never be ashamed of. It always felt like he was there with me all the time, even when he wasn't there. 𝘆𝑚. 𝘰𝑐𝑒 Midoriya Firedrake was a great hero. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. But over 9 years I have doing this type of work ever since. Me first kill was a 𝘁𝑐𝗍 that I killed when I was 7, and it just blossomed from there. 𝘆𝑚. Why are you telling us this? 𝘰𝑐𝑒. Because I want you to know what type of person I am. 𝘆𝑚. Is this so-called quirk wants me to be the next user, then it surely must know my past, right? 𝘆𝑚. It doesn't work that way. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. Yeah, and why I take the quirk and this supposed thing can tell my past, then it won't like 𝘁𝑚 then, huh? 𝘆𝑚. Please 𝘰𝑐𝑒, it does not matter what your past is. It all depends on the type of heart you have. You still have that heroic heart in you. A lot of us do, but you need to move on from the pains of the past. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. You say it like it's something I could move on easily. 𝘆𝑚. You cannot keep on continuing to have this hate build up. It's not healthy. 𝘰𝑐𝑒. Didn't know you were a certified therapist. What you going to tell me to forgive the same people who abused and abandoned me? Big Chancy, I would like to thank you for helping me get into the sports festival so I can kick their but the Quirk just I made a promise to my real family that I will be this world's first hero at Night City, and not just any hero. Quirkless harem tech here is my own power. Don't need something you need to be born with. Define who or what I can or can't. Hanks for the drink, and he walks out. ****, and I thought we had it. Bubble Girl. Even 𝘆𝑚 sure the girl wouldn't even wanted to give it to someone else. ****, that's the other problem here. Maybe Mirio. Izuku again waited to get down the elevator. Izuku, they really need to fix this thing, remembering one guy who went crazy trying to fix it when Padre wanted some rods he wasn't going to use. Soon the elevator doors open and of course fate hates him. He sees his beach old family in front of him. Inko, Izuku, Zumi, brother, Yagi, son. What are you doing here? Izuku, your friend wanted to speak with Menno. Move the F over. Inko, Izuku, please let's talk, me and you alone. Izuku, since when did you finally care? Since dad died all you ever wanted to do was to forget the pastas. If he never existed to forget the things that relate to him, was I an object to you, something that can be forgotten to avoid the past? Inko, no. Izuku, please. With Izuku, you had plenty of chances to make it up to me. Inko, 9 years too late, and he walks through them. Inko just grabs his hand. Inko, please Izuki, just need to talk with you for just a moment. It doesn't have to be me saying sorry, I just want to hear from you again. Izuku, Inko, please. Izuku pulls his hand out of hers. No. And he walks off. Izumi was about to do something but Yagi stops her and he shakes his head seeing that she just walks into the elevator. Izumi, Inko, how can he think that? How does that even become a thought in his head? Yagi, he's no longer our son. Inko, he's only a shell of what he used to be. Inko, he's still my son. Tashiya may not be yours, but he's mine. Let's just get this over with. Soon they get out of the elevator to see Night Eye locking up the office. Night Eye, there's no reasoning with him. You are just gonna have to deal with it. Yagi, Izumi, but this quirk is slowly killing. Might wants him to be its user. Night Eye, try all you want, but he refuses to take it from you, and he leaves. Inko, ****, Izuku, it's been a long dark dirty road, pot full of gold, and I've been out here now all on my own. It's been quiet here, just the way I like it here, cause no one can bother me except Momo, that you can sing good. Izuku, what are you doing here? As he was in the mall. Momo, I'm here with the others again. Girls' night out, they said it'll be fun. They said. Izuku, and is it? Momo, Memina and Toru are like trying to push me to go for Todoroki. Shoto Todoroki, keep forgetting he has a sister. Izuku, and what do you think of him? Momo, too quiet, stuck up, pretty. And Izuku, and Momo, he was one of the main people who tormented you, and I don't want to be with someone like that. Izuku, really? Momo, plus he doesn't really seem like a promising person to date. Izuku, harsh for him, hilarious to mean. Momo, Sue, what song was that? Izuku, it was some old song my dad had back at Night City. It was in a burned CD that had the title, Dad's Favorites, so I assume he means his dad or my grandpa, whom I never met or know if he is still alive. Momo, anyways, why are you here? Izuku, picking up a game, showing her the bag. Momo, I never really thought of you as a gamer. Izuku, not really, just doing what Kirishima told me to play, and besides the nightmares it seems to be a good outlet besides my side hobbies. Momo, yeah, I remember, recounting the time he stopped the car in the middle of the road to shoot someone committing a crime. Izuku, so, here are the others? Momo, somewhere. Listen Izuku, what happened at the theater? Izuku, you swing the other way. If that's so, then I'm sorry. Momo, what? No, I don't swing that way. You just wanted to ask why you did that? Izuku, I don't know, just felt like it. Out of everyone that I have been with or tried to be with, you for some reason draw me to you like a magnet. Momo, okay, so what are you saying? Izuku, look, this type of SHT I never had experience with. I am literally a virgin when it comes to dating or building a relationship. Momo, what about V? Izuku, not like I said, too much of an older sister to Meplis. She's always with Jackie doing jobs, so people get the wrong idea. Momo, and Jackie is taken? Izuku, you saw 𝘁_cie. Momo, oh, the lady with the pretty hair. Izuku, yep, but other than me just going around with the servant bouncer, the lady that works at S.H.I.E.L.D., and also the time when I needed to steal a file, I had to service a female security guard to make her think she fell asleep. Momo, that works? Izuku, in Night City a lot of it is possible. Momo, just so you never really had a relationship. 𝘱ⴏ why bring it up right now again? Izuku, holy, you are dense. Okay, time to be blunt. Wanna date you. Momo, Yayorozu, but of course a guy like mice not supposed to hit up nice rich gals like you in Night City. It's considered being a sellout. Momo, okay, so why are you saying this? Izuku, because you told me your own personal hell, the type of bullshit you had to go through, the way you joke around and is able to talk so casually around May, a huge turn on. But hey, and to be corny, I would hate it if you hated me. Other fear to add to my list, and she couldn't help but just smiling slightly hearing his form of a confession. Momo, Not the first time I was confessed to, and I would list this as the worst, but I love it since it's a confession from a man who is Night City's future hero Izuku. So, Momo, I would like to date you Izuku and I would want to see where this will lead us Izuku. Then you don't mind if I do this then Momo? Of course, and soon both of them and in the background Mina. Ooh, I knew it. Tsuyu, isn't he like a murderer? Ochako, ah that's sweet. Jiraiya, get him girl, smiling for her Toru. Wowie Katsumi. Quirk growling really badly now she stomps away Shoka. Oh geez, she sees Katsumi stomping away knowing she used to have a major crush on him. Izuku breaks away. Well then I'll be seeing you since your little audience doesn't seem to take it well, and she looks over to see her friends kind off giving mixed expressions. Momo. Well it's their opinion doesn't change the way I think of you Silverhand Izuku. I would love to stay. But I have some things to finish up 𝘂, and he gives her a final embrace before he leaves Momo. 𝘂 smirking and she walks back to the others. Mina. I'm okay normally I like lovey-dovey stuff but why Himich? Momo. Ochako, I'm sorry 𝘰𝗟 but I know I should be happy for you but you saw what he did back at US Tsuyu, isn't his count over 600? Toru, as long as she's happy it's fine for me Jiraiya. So who went first you or him Momo? Him Jiraiya, nice and she high-fives her Momo, look I know what he's done. But I've known him longer than this look why don't you come to my 𝘃𝘂 father isn't there so it'll be alright. And I can explain why he is like this possibly Mina. Okay but it better be a good reason Jiraiya. It isn't our job to control your love life but some context would be good. And soon they all leave. Izuku and Momo had entered the stadium was holding her hand she was smiling at him and since Momo's explanation to them helped them get some context they couldn't help but feel bad for some of the rude things they said but what he told them flashback Izuku. So you told them Momo, yes sorry for saying it without your permission Izuku, you're not my SLV. But a little notice would have helped. Mina goes up and bows along with some of the others. Mina, we are so sorry for what happened to you Johnny. Izuku, get up. Looks bad on means you don't need to say sorry for anything me morals are completely different from you guys Izumi. Izuku what are you doing here? Izuku, because IF can and he enters my neta. Come one got the hottest babe. Why is a murderer like him getting the girl? Kaminari was also crying, even a guy like him can get a girlfriend Kirishima. Pretty manly bro Mina, **Psy**, 0. Come on just ignore him my neta still crying Ojiro, Tokoyami, indeed Bakugo. How dare that villain getting a girlfriend before me? Katsumi, will you shut up with that attitude? No wonder you never got 1-inch Bakugo, but he killed people. Shoka, please be quiet Bakugo. I have a headache Izumi, and he's going to get a lot of hate Bakugo. Good Shoto. He may be strong but he is still 𝘁𝗏 will beat him and prove that I am truly the strongest Bakugo. What about me? Shoto, you're an alternative Bakugo. Aizawa, shut up we're going to start. And soon they gathered up in the stadium where a bunch of people are watching. Soon Izuku comes out and everyone recognizes that armed murderer. Get out of here freak. Quirkless scum. Go away. And they kept throwing insults. Soon Izuku stands in line with Momo still next to him. Momo, well they seem to hate you Izuku, which is why I let go of your hand. Still looking forward Momo, worried I might get hate? Izuku, worried your father will see this, and she paled never knowing what he'll do to her if he finds out about him and her. Ooh boy he will have to drag her but back to Night City and become nomads. Momo, good call Izuku. Yep Jiraiya. Guys she's coming Upand look at her outfit and Izuku looks up at midnight to see her outfit. Izuku, are rated for a reason Momo, and what about mines? Izuku, prefer to save the goods and you're letting me redesign it Momo. If it's to make it less revealing then go for it. Soon Midnight goes up to the mic and announces stands. Soon this is when he knew Nizu is trying to get back at him Midnight. And for the one representing class 1A Johnny Silverhand, and soon the crowd starts booing at him. Momo, is she serious? Knowing that it was F up Izuku just brushes them aside and goes up to the mic. Izuku, and he looks at Momo who was. Concernetta smiles and puts on his shades. Izuku, I'm here to say you will become this world's first quirkless hero and the first hero of Night City and to hope for the best of you all. And as for the crowd booing, your insults mean nothing unless you are going to do something, so good luck to my competition and goodbye. And he gets down and this caused an uproar while some were cheering on for him to become a hero for Night City. In another part of town in a hideout where the bar is Shigaraki, he wants to be The first quirkless hero and the first hero of Night Satai has a death wish 𝘂𝘃. Unless you went there, which I have, for 𝘊𝘇ᴂ was already in dangerous waters the moment he was born, and 𝘂𝑝ho could only just stare. 𝘂𝑝ho. He's quite grown, hasn't he? 𝘆ecie has corrupted him and turned him into the deadliest warrior alive. Chuckling soon, a guy with scars all over his face could only smirk at the TV along with a girl in a school outfit. 𝘱𝗏, it's good to know you're alive, Toga. Do you know him? 𝘱𝗏, family Toga. So he could join us possibly, right? 𝘱𝗏, highly doubt it, but if he's willing to change the world, can do it this way. Toga, I like him. 𝘱𝗏, you like anyone that killed someone? Seeing the report at 𝘆𝘆cie he really gotten ruthless stain. The kid grew up in Night Satai's, seen all the evil and full acts humanity has to offer. Let's see how he feels about the fake hero society. 𝘆𝑥 then got up to the racing door as everyone was gathered up. Soon he leans down to adjust his boots. Of course, since he's quirkless, he has been given the privilege to use support gear, and his loophole was his weapons were handmade along with his other gear, and they F up in that part. So now he stands there with his specially made shoes with nano thrusters to give him a boost in both speed and how high he can jump. Get ready. And soon he noticed Shoto and Shoka nodding. He nudges Jairu and Momo. 𝘆𝑥, when the gates open, don't go in yet, and he nods his head to the twins, and they also noticed and they agreed. Momo, good luck. Silverhand. 𝘆𝑥, I need skills, not luck. Go. And the gates open, and right off the bat Shoka and Shoto ran in, and a good amount of students ran in before they instantly froze the ground, freezing them to the ground. Momo, good calls. Soon 𝘆𝑥 brings out Comrade's hammer and fires the ice, breaking it. Soon he runs in and Jairu hops on his back. 𝘆𝑥, the F. Jairu needed a boost, man, and she lets go. Soon Mei also flies ahead of them. 𝘆𝑥, not on my watch, and he inserts a demon system malfunction, and soon the jetpack thrusters stop Mei. 𝑊W, and she fell down, and he speed along past her. Izumi looks behind her to see 𝘆𝑥 running. Izumi, you're going to lose? And she was about to use her quirk on him, and as always 𝘆𝑥 brings out his signature anti-Izumi weapon. 𝘆𝑥, jar of dirt, and she paled as he threw some of it in her face. Izumi, F, and he ran past her. 𝘆𝑥, F off Izumi, and he trips her. A dirty move by Mr. Silverhand. Aizawa, this is a race to win. Honor is out of the picture, and he is willing to do anything to win. Yeah, and here comes the first area giant mechs. Now some of you are wondering where your taxes go. Well, if you look at the giant mech sits in the wires that make them, just joking. With the amount of support and sponsors we have gained over the years, we have been able to bring out the best in the students. 𝘆𝑥 sees Bakugo and Katsumi trying to fight them, and he brings out Comrade's hammer Shoka, 𝑆HT, and soon he fires at the iconic boom, destroying one of them, and he goes around Katsumi. Dammit, Momo, see ya. As she passed by in a small scooter. Bakugo, 𝘆𝑥, 𝘆𝑥, as yes the pit, and he sees the area with rope connecting different parts. With the amount of practice he had running along pipes and steel beams, he runs it like normal. 𝘆𝑥, 𝘆𝑥, and he turns around suddenly to use his hand cannon to fire at the ropes, cutting some of them, and he flips backwards and continues running. Wow, look at that folks, he has cut the ropes with the bullets. Aizawa, he can make snipe run for his money almost. Is that a compliment? Aizawa, a fact. Ouch. 𝘆𝑥 runs to see a landmine field. 𝘆𝑥, how predictable. Soon he goes right up next to it to wait for Momo. Momo, what are you doing? 𝘆𝑥, make a shield right now, and she obeys. Soon the four idiots pass them. Momo, we're going to lose? 𝘆𝑥, no we're not, and he picks her up bridal style and throws the shield. Soon he jumps and rams the shield into the ground on top of a landmine, and it launched them forward. Momo could only stare at him with his smirk and the shades off him from the momentum, and they plowed right through the others, and the two got in. Silverhand is the winner, seeing that not one but two of them got in at once. Aizawa, call it a tights. Both of them win. And he puts her down. Momo, we won. We won. And soon third place was taken by Izumi and Shoto and Shoka, and the Bakugos are Izumi, 𝘆𝑥, Bakugo, Deku. 𝘆𝑥, will you stop shouting, you're hurting Jairu's ears. Bakugo, you cheated, you have your goddamn guns. 𝘆𝑥, that I'm a D, so they bypassed the support gear restrictions. You guys have very powerful quirks, yet you got beaten by a quirkless, so try harder, and he walks away. Momo, and she bows and goes with him. Jairu, DMN, he's a quick thinker. Wonder how it would be if he was a villain. Izumi, him being a villain is almost impossible. There's no way. Shoka, but the thought of it actually terrifies me for some reason, imagining a cybernetic villain Deku Izuku. Alright then, let's see what's next. Soon he caught a hamburger thrown at him. Izuku, thanks, he shouted. Momo, it's intact as well. Those are expensive. Izuku, smells like sh. If we ever go back to Night City, I will show you real American food. Momo, sure. Inko, he won. Yagi, he used the environment to pull that last attempt move. What a tactic. Mitsuki, I'm glad he's safe, but seeing his arm, what happened to him? Masaru, of course those two would start an argument with him. Need to give them a proper punishment. Fuyumi, Shoto and Shokola stand to their long-lost former friend. Thank God, seeing Izuku alive and well, but what is that metal arm? Natsuo, and he's carrying a girl. Did he get bolder? Fuyumi, seems so. Jackie, you got it. Hermano, haha. V, hey Jackie, did he win? Jackie, F them up. Chica, they didn't stand a chance. Also look who's with him, seeing the same corpo girl being carried by him. V, so she's got to him, huh? Jackie, she seems different from the rest. Chica, who knows, they may be more similar than they thought. V, or trying to use him for personal gains. Jackie, you loco, what could she gain from him? V, his loyalty did take out over 50 people. Jackie, that's like a Tuesday for us. Van, the heroes over there are just a bunch of putas anyway. V, I want him to come home soon. Once he's done, he comes straight back. Her no excuses. Jackie, as always, the protective older sister worries for her genocidal brother. How cute. V, shut up. Midnight, alright, the next one up is the cavalry battle. Izuku, so the rules are just carrying each other. Momo, seems like it. Midnight, oh, and one final detail I forgot to add. To the two that came in first, they will be wearing a headband that represent 1,000,000 points. Izuku, Momo/Izuku, teach, feeling the glares of everyone within their reach. The strongest he can feel from Izumi and the others. Izuku, well then, since I have my support gear, although it's mainly for defense, what do you have in plan? Momo, well, I think we should use some smoke grenades. Knowing Izumi's quirk requires her to visually see you in order for it to work. Izuku, good call. But they won't hold for long. Can you make a grenade launcher? Momo, no I can't, but then he smiles. Izuku, it's alright because I have a trick up my sleeve that will be useful, and trust me, you won't even expect it. Momo, why do I get the feeling I'm going to regret this? Izuku, because you love me. Momo, true, the amount of patience I have for you, I have no idea where it comes from. Izuku, well then just be glad you have it, and he knows what he's going to bring out. Yep, the F projectile launch system. Of course, he added tranquil darts, and it will be a clusterfuck in the arena. The students are directed to form teams. Izuku, say, why aren't you going to some other team? Aren't we a high risk? Seeing no one is joining them. Momo, don't know. Maybe it's the fact that your little trick up your sleeve will win us the game. Soon someone approached them. Hey, and they looked to see a guy with purple hair who also looked sleep-deprived. Momo, wanna join my team? Momo, oh sorry Bu-dash, and soon she was put in a trance. Izuku, she was already in my team. And do your quirks? He glared at him. ***y. Izuku was silent. He knows what his quirk does. You're smarter than I thought. Fine, and he undoes it. Momo, what happened? Izuku, you got mind if that's what happened. Why are you in the general course? Aren't useful quirks like you're supposed to be in the hero course? They see it as a villainous quirk. Bullshit ID, you ask me. Izuku, if that's the case, then join our team. They hate me because I'm quirkless. And say you're sorry to my girl here. Sorry Momo, it's alright. Although it was a nice strategy you have going there. Name's Shinso Tizuku, that's it. Shinso, that's it. Soon another person approaches. Jairu, hey, since I heard you have a trick up your sleeve, let me join you. Izuku, I'm fine with that. Soon Midnight comes back. Midnight, alright students, get ready. And soon Momo was being carried and she was given Izuku's hand cannon. Momo, what if accidentally shot someone? Izuku, don't worry, it's RBB bullets, plus I lowered the amount of power in it so the rubber bullets do less damage. Momo, what about the kick? Izuku, just point it and fire. Simple, the kick is not that bad. Momo, for you? Jairu, God, you guys are like an old couple. Shinso, is that good or bad? Jairu, mostly bad. Shinso, oh Izuku, don't worry people, just let me do this. Midnight, Geo. And soon Izuku fires comrade's hammer at the ground, making a huge dust cloud as everyone rushes towards their team. Momo, go forward, and they ran. Jairu used her jacks to hear out for the others. Jairu, there's a team coming from behind us. Seeing Itsuka Kendo's team coming up. Izuku, fire it. and she turns to fire at Kendo and the others obvious they were scared being shot at Kendo. Retreat. And they head the other way towards the others Momo. Izu it still is powerful Izuku. Nah. You're just imagining things, Momo, Izuku, but soon Bakugo's team was coming up and they do not look happy. Bakugo. Deku. Seeing him and his team approaching fast as Mina starts firing acid, but it was so badly dulled to a point it acts like a lubricant making the ground slippery. Izuku. Does that come out anywhere else? Mina, why don't you come over here and find out? Izuku. Okay, but I'm in a committed relationship already, and he then points his arm at the team. Zero. You wanna bro fist? Thinking of the wrong thing. Bakugo. The F is this 𝘰𝘆ecie doing? Soon his arm opens up to a barrel sticking out pointing at them. Zero. Bakugo, SHT, and soon he fires an explosive round in front of them making them stumble backwards. Bakugo. F. Mina. DY. Stumbling backwards soon they toppled over and fell on the ground. Izuku, 𝘶, and soon Izumi's team who was carrying Shoto and Shoko was also part of it charged them, changing round. Tranquil dart loaded. Izuku then points his arm at Izumi and fires. Of course the F bullet is so fast she didn't register it, she got hit and she fell asleep. Shoto, SHT, and soon Jairu used her jacks to snag the headband along with Zeros and Mina's Momo. Diamond, a literal weapon in you arm. Izuku, yep, thank God I'm a genius, Momo. You literally are growing more powerful each day. Izuku, more like I'm getting stronger, but it's a slow process. Soon he sees Shoto launch himself at them. He was about to take Momo's headband only to be uppercut by Izuku, and then she fires the hand cannon hitting his abdomen and Jairu snags his headband. PM. Is that almost cheating? Aizawa, is that thing listed in the support gear list? And PM looks at the paper. PM. Jetpack Gorilla Fist are right here. Projectile launch system. Aizawa, as long as it's listed he can use it. Izuku, Momo, how are you doing? Momo, could be better, trying to fire at the others. Momo, need ammunition, and Izuku hands her a mag. She ejects it and loads it. Izuku, no spin. Momo, not like you. Izuku, that's almost a sin. Soon she points the gun at Katsumi's team and fires. Katsumi, UF airs. Going after Shinso, your hots. Katsumi, what did you saw? Dash, and she was in a trance now. Ochako, oh, Shinso smiles. Give me their headbands. And soon she started to take off her teammates' headbands. May, oh boing Lita, shoot. Ochako, no, and soon Jairu reaches for it. ANF grabs them but they still charge forward. Izuku, nice one. Shinso, thanks, and they kept running and Izuku fires another explosive round making the dust rise again creating a cover for them. Momo then sees Mineta's team coming. Mineta, I will have your headband. As he was thrown and Suna snagged it. Izuku, SHT, and of course it was short-lived as Izuku sees Mineta grope her before he was caught by Kaminari. Mineta, my dreams are complete. Kirishima, we got the band, but they look to see Izuku filled with nothing but rage. Izuku, you tinky winky little 𝘃 gonna F make you wish scavs would kill you, he said calmly. Mineta, oh, Kaminari, why did you grope her? Momo, let me get in on the action as well. Aizu, the hand cannon. Mineta, run. And they did. Jackie, oh their FV, little if she just groped her. Vic, pretty sure he's the reason heroes are corrupted. Misty, he is misguided but yeah I hope Izuku doesn't kill him. Jackie, highly doubt he'll let him walk away. V, well the kid is F either way. If he makes it into the finals I'm sure he'll make sure he won't get out of this alive or half dead in a coma. Shigaraki, he is every reason why the hero society is F. Stain, couldn't agree more. Kurojairi, how uncivilized. Dabi, I would be too if some little SHT touched my girlfriend's BRSTF up on so many levels. Toga, Uyagi was just face-palming Mitsuki. Ladies and gentlemen, your future heroes in training. Inko, asterisk Sai asterisk, Masaru wasn't even looking anymore. Fuyumi, really? Natsuo, well pretty sure that's going to get him killed. Fuyumi, is she his girlfriend? Natsuo, with the way he reacted I'm pretty sure she is. Fuyumi, then it makes it even worse. Natsuo, couldn't agree more. Izuku, Mineta, as he yelled out dragging the team with him. Momo, Johnny, and he was too focused on him. Izuku, soon he fires a tranquil dart at Kirishima who hardened his skin to deflect it and then Kaminari released a burst of energy. Jairu backs up and the others as well causing Izuku to let go. Grabs her again and he was held back by Momo. Momo, if he makes it into the finals you can kick his butt as many times you want, just let us survive. Izuku, right? He growled out and soon the match was over. Midnight time, and the winner is Team Mineta. And of course second was Izuku's team and third was somehow Shoto's. Soon Izuku just walks off during intermission to get a breather. Momo. Wait, Izu Ochako, Momo? Mina. Apparently we have a cheerleading contest, come on let's go get changed. Momo. Cheerleading? Shinso. That's the biggest lie I have ever heard. Who told you this information? Mina. Oh, it was Kaminari and Mineta Gyru. That explains the whole thing, and soon they realized it was a sham. Mina. I'm gonna kill them. Izuku just goes to get a small water. Drinking the content, she just sits down and just punches the wall. Izuku, F. He sits by the wall. Izuku, need to control my anger, but that little he reminded him so much of what happens back at Night City and he's trying to become a hero. Leaning against the wall. Izuku, F8. Soon he receives a call. Izuku, hello. Wakako, I saw what happened. Very interesting that boy. Izuku, and what do you want? Wakako. Wakako, your anger can be heard from Night City. Control it. Hat is not what I taught you, otherwise you will lose. Izuku, F. Wakako, as much as you hate the rat you need to ignore it. You will have your chance. For now go comfort the girl, she is going to need it. Izuku, right? And he gets back up breathing slowly. He goes back out to see Mineta all beat up with Kaminari. Izuku, alright. Breath slowly. Momo. Izuku, you alright? Izuku, just piss it, that's all. Momo. The finals are going to begin soon so we need to get back in line. Izuku, alright. Soon Midnight explained how it's a one-on-one duel and that the top contestants are who gets in. Of course the first matchup is Momo going against Tokoyami. Izuku, so with him don't think. Just create some things beforehand. A flashbang and or thermite charges will hinder his dark shadow. Remember that he is cunning despite his edgy look. You got it. Momo, yeah, he noticed it as well that his shadow is weak to light, so I'll keep that in mind. And Izuku looks at his matchup and oh boy. Izuku, I'm going against Katsumigriot. Seeing he was too tired for bullshit, he wanted to lean on her, but her father could be watching. Momo hands his gun back. Izuku, thanks, Momo. Well, it was useful. Izuku, yep. Shinso, hey, just wanted to say thanks for having some faith in me. Izuku, you would be a great hero. Shinso, and the people here finally see the value of your quirk. You know what, I'm going to put a word in for you. You deserve to be in the hero course as everyone else, and I'm quirkless. Shinso, thanks, Gyru. God man, that was tough. Seeing her matchup with Bakugo. Gyru, well, I guess I'm losing this one. Izuku, he starts every fight with a left hook. Throw him out. Gyru, cool, if I go out I'm taking him with me then. Izuku, kamikaze. Soon the intermission was over as everyone was seated and ready to watch the one-on-one battle. Midnight. First up we have Momo Yaoyorozu versus 𝘁 Tokoyami. Momo, okay, just breath. Remember what he told you. And she walks up into the arena. Tokoyami just glares at her. Momo, I have no faith in myself. Izuku, you can do it. Mina, come on. Yamamo, I need to see Johnny go against you. Izuku, and why is that? Mina, well, she is the one who hanged out with you the most and I never seen you have a one-on-one fight with her. Just curious. Izuku, don't blame you. Gyru, what do you think the winner is going to be? Izuku, if I'm guessing correctly, Mono, because she's my girlfriend. But because her proficient way of fighting will help her in this way, plus, and I hope she is thinking this, that if she has a loadout ready then she can improve from there. Tokoyami hates the light. Well, his quirk? Tsuyu, you seem to have a very good observation. Karo. Izuku, when you do my job long enough, you tend to improve some skills. Ochako, wow, wish I had skill like that. Izuku, it comes with time and practice. I wouldn't beat yourself up with Theta, just had an early start. Gyru, yeah, when you were 7. Kirishima, bro, this is going to be a manly fight. Izuku, is everything manly with you? Kirishima, yeah. Izuku, alright then. Soon he leans back waiting for the HKR to say it's time. Midnight, alright, get ready. And he looks at the arena. Momo, this is it. Gyru, oh, SHT. Izuku, you got this. Midnight, fight. And soon came Momo versus Tokoyami, and how will it end? Who knows? It could be the same or different. Izuku watched in the distance seeing Momo fight Tokoyami. At first it seemed very difficult for her to figure his attack pattern, but soon she manages to get a somewhat familiar pattern. He goes about it in different ways. She lunges, dodges her attacks, sends out Dark Shadow, repeat. But the thing with Dark Shadow is tricky, for every time he is sent out he does a completely different attack from before, so she must have a good defense or predictability to counter it. Momo, he's only gotten so far not to close, but he sends out his shadow when I'm in range. If I were to recreate Izuku's weapon, I don't even know what material it's made off, but his knife however, and imagine it with a rope tied to it. Got it. Soon she makes the knife with a rope and makes a flashbang. Soon she ties it to the other end of the rope and throws it. 𝘃𴄏 as expected dodged it, and soon Momo sees dark shadow approaching. Momo, now's my chance, and she pulls it strong. Soon the flashbang pin is pulled out and explodes right up top of dark shadow, causing him to be stunned. 𝘃𴄏, demand it, and soon Momo charges in and makes her very own staff, throwing it and jumps up. Soon 𝘃𴄏 managed to hit her, but instead she grabs onto his fist and pulls it in, and she throws him with all her might towards her where the out-of-bounds line 𝘆𝘂 was out. 𝘆괂ᴅ is the winner, and the crowd cheers her on. Momo, oh thank goodness. Soon she holds out a hand for 𝘃𴄏. 𝘃𴄏, good fight. Dark shadow, ouch. Momo, sorry about the flashbang. 𝘃𴄏, you did what was necessary to win, and he walks off. Next up, Katsumi Bakugo vs Johnny Silverhand. And apparently the crowd had a betting pool going on, and most of them voted for Katsumi to win. However, to the heroes PM, putting money on Silverhand. Aizawa, same. Yep, Vlad King, short power loader. Silverhand definitely. Soon both of them got into their respective sides. Katsumi, you better prepare. Deku, I have been training my whole life for this, and I will not have it taken away by the likes of you. Izuku, how typical of you to say that. What's next? Going to tell me how you had a crush on me and tell me it was out of love for you to beat me? And she flinches. Katsumi, how did you? Izuku, I once had a crush on you. Katsumi, but it died the moment I was hurt by you. Katsumi, 𝘆cie Izuku, and now you are going to be out of here. And soon Midnight goes up to the mic. Midnight, get ready folks, fight. And soon Katsumi charges towards him with all her might. As she was about to kick him, he grabs her leg and in a flash throws her out of bounds. Of course it was silent for the next 5 seconds, and soon what's was all that could be heard from many different people shouting, Izuku, told you Katsumi, got you out of here. Katsumi, DMNU, and she tried to punch him but he just dodges. Soon he grabs her hand and twists it around to put her out of bounds again. Katsumi, F. Midnight, Johnny Silverhand is the winner. And the crowd boos at him and was still in shock in what just happened. Izuku, well, talk about getting F in the butt. Katsumi, with or without your permission. Katsumi, not even funny. Izuku, oh well, but you can't be choosers. Soon the next round was up and it was Shinso versus Izumi. Well, he almost won if it weren't for bullshit fate that caused Izumi to resist and then push him out right of the bat. Then came Shoto versus Kirishima and he lost as well. Bakugo went against Ojiro and he lasted for a bit before he was soon launched out. Then came up the most epic karma in history. Midnight, alright, next up, 𝘆𝑚inoru versus Johnny Silverhand. And the girls of 1A cheered. Izuku smiled madly, and Mineta, although he was a couple of feet away from him, can imagine his funeral, and the League of Villains and the group of Night City are laughing their off from the matchup at the hideout. Shigaraki, Kurogiri, well, God has heard him apparently. Toga, yup, Dabi was choking on his drink. Stain serves him right, and at Night City Jackie was dying on the floor. He was crying from how hilarious it was. Jesus Christ, God is real. Vic, that must have been pre-prepared. There's no way that could happen. Misty, well, life works in mysterious ways. It may be for a time of redemption. Jackie, or ***, or 𝘆𝘂𝗏 just got karmed badly, and he busted out laughing again. Soon the two stand in their respective corners. Mineta, Johnny, I just wanted to say I don't regret touching her bub. Izuku, you shouldn't be touching things that aren't yours. Soon Midnight fights. And then Mineta starts grabbing ball to throw and he started to barrage him in hopes of catching him. Izuku, nice try, and he dodges them. Soon he brings out his hand cannon, spinning it before he unloads his bullets, hitting all of them directly. As Mineta was about to grab a ball from his head, Izuku shot it out of his hand and he picks him up and starts to beat him relentlessly, first punching him, then he ran up to kick him and then slam him down when he was airborne. Once he was done, he fired a chemical round type tear gas as it hurts his eyes. He then dropkicks him and he was knocked out of bounds before Izuku finishes it with a shot from his gun, hitting him directly in the crouch. Guys, no / not the pages. And the girls had the same reaction, while a good amount of them were smiling evilly, seeing how satisfying it was to see the pervert put in his place. Midnight, and the winner is Silverhand. No one was cheering, but only a good amount of them clapped, and it was people from the Quirkless district. Soon Izuku goes back up to his seat. Momo, well, I won't say you went overboard. Izuku, he asked for it. Mina, goddamn, it was painful to watch, yet awesome. Jairu, isn't that kind of 𝘆𝘂𝘅? Sorry I couldn't hold it. While Ochako was actually concerned if he was still alive. Lita, Kirishima, Yeah, you got this in the bag, man, Kaminari, and I'm up against 𝘰𝘰. Let's see who wins, Piku. Soon they got called out and they head out Jiru and Kaminari Momo. Not what I expected, Izuku. She has a big disadvantage coming to range of his quirk, but if she can hold out until he short-circuits himself, then it creates an opening to her. But if Kaminari's smart and took the advice I gave him, then he would be able to create small bursts of energy or even make a beam of concentrates electricity, which could be bad for Jiru Momo. You gave them both advice, Izuku. Wouldn't be fair if one knew more about the other, otherwise it wouldn't be entertaining for me, Momo. USDST Izuku. Nah, I just want them both to bring the best out of themselves, Momo. Right, soon the battle starts and Jiru heads in, using her jacks as way to capture him. She managed to grab on only for Kaminari to release a short burst, shocking her. Jiru, teach Kaminari. Oh, the profanity, Jiru. Did Johnny help you? Because no way you came up with that on your own, Kaminari. Oh yeah, well at least he's honest. Jiru then goes in for another attack and she plants her jacks into the ground before propelling herself with it, and she kicks Kaminari, OW, and she then goes for a left hook. Kaminari then grabs her arm and throws her over. And soon he releases another burst of energy, shocking her again. Now she was twitching a little. Kaminari took this chance to pick her up and throw her out of bounds. Kaminari, yes. Izuku, I forgot, wasn't she supposed to go against Bakugo? Momo, oh yeah, he's not out yet, but he's gonna go against Ochako. Alright, don't worry Johnny, I don't need advice, I can do this on my own. Izuku, wasn't going to ask but know this. He starts every fight with a left hook. Ochako, I didn't want advice, Izuku, I'm giving you a heads up. Kirishima, Wolf Izumi, he's really gotten good to sit because Izuku helped them both. Shoka, I'm going up against him. Worried Izumi, remember to freeze the field, sooner or later he can't be able to catch up. Freeze him. Shoka, okay, that was not helpful. Izumi, hey, I'm trying. Okay, soon they were both called up to the arena. Momo, good luck. Izuku, yep, and he heads up. Shoka, let the best person wins, trying to make a friendly gesture. Izuku, pray I don't accidentally kill you. Shoka, Todoroki, and he kept it walking. Shoka, eesh, soon both walked out. Hey, it's Endeavor's kid, cool. A real hero in training now. This should be good. That silver hand is good as dead. He has no chance against the daughter of the Ice Queen. Izuku, alright, let's get this over with. Need to call up people later. Shoka, you're seriously not taking this seriously? Izuku, I don't waste my time on people who aren't going to give me a good fight. Shoka, Izuku, will you ever let that hate go? Izuku, nah, he don't think Satri to hire some people to get rid of it, but hey, they got filed for trespassing it. Shoka, what are you talking about? Midnight, fight. And soon Izuku runs forward and Shoka makes some ice spears. Soon she launches them. Izuku fires his gun and destroys them, to which Shoka countered by covering the entire arena in a sheet of ice, to which he slides. Soon he punches the ice and he stops Izuku. F off with that bullshit, and he brings out his projectile launch system and fires a thermal round at the ground, melting the ice. Shoka, how many types of ammo he has for that thing? Izuku then fires and it hits her shoulder. Shoka, bitch. And she kneeled down and he runs up to knee her in the face, knocking her back again. Once more. Izuku, enough, and soon he kicks her again and again, and she keeps getting closer to the line with each kick, and the people could only stare in horror at this. Izumi then soon accidentally used her quirk, making him slip. Izuku, that F Izumi. Soon Shoka got up to throw him to the line. Izuku, no, and he fires the 𝘆ecie, an explosive round in front of him, making sure he doesn't get out, but he was burned from the blast and has a broken rib. Izumi, he used it on himself. Momo, Izuku, she was worried now, just took on an explosion. Soon the smoke clears and Izuku was shirtless, and Shoka and the audience could see all of the scars he had received over the course of 9 years. The worst was most of them were circular, meaning they were gunshot wounds, and there was one last one that cut straight across his stomach. 9 years. This all happened to Shoka. Izuku, what happened? Crying now. Izuku, enough happened to me. We're getting off track now. Also Shoka, Izuku, you really should have checked your surroundings, pointing downward, and she looks to see the Lanesh's out of bounds. Midnight, Silverhand wins. And the crowd groaned and booed, mostly because they lost their 𝘆𝘆. Good, now I don't need to worry about coffee. Izuku, it was disappointing, you really need to improve your observation. Shakadum Beach, as he walks away. Momo, Welsh, seeing her out of bounds. Next up was her going against Bakugo. She just needs to remember the left hook. Izuku, I'm going to watch carefully, please be safe. Momo, I will. Soon the two got into the arena. Bakugo, what do you see in him that we lack? Why F around with a loser villain like him? Momo, you wouldn't understand 𝘱𴑂. The F wouldn't I understand about him killed 600 people, why the F are you with him? Momo, because of you 𝘱𴑂. You and your friends and family did all of this. She yelled at him Katsumi, F Izumi, oh no Shigaraki, well Toga. This has taken a turn, Dabi growls now Kurojiri, so the reason he's like this is because of them stain. As always, corruption of the heart can make the pure suffer. Irritated seeing this as well, and at night City Jackie, those putas deserve the worst punishment possible. If it weren't for them he wouldn't have to suffer that Vic. Those. And then back to the Yagi residence. Yagi. Inko was crying still after she saw the scars he had. They all looked so painful to have. Mitsuki was crying as well. She needed to talk to him again. Masaru. It's okay. Hugging her soon. 𝘱𴑂 got angry. He yelled out in rage so much he released a huge explosion running after her. Momo tried to use flashbangs but it was too late. He has caught up to her and he barraged her with attacks so badly that she didn't have time to avoid them all. Izuku on the other hand was livid. He can't help but that beach Izumi can. Izuku. Izumi, tell him to stop. Izumi. No Izuku. The F did you say? Izumi. She brought it on herself. Izuku. And you stopping me isn't. Soon he grabs onto her. Izuku. Stop him now, he growled. Soon a final explosion was heard and the crowd gasped in horror. Izuku turned his head to see Mamoon the ground bleeding. Her right leg from her foot up to her knee was blown off. Izuku. Mo? He jumped down running to her. Momo. Izuku. He held her up looking at her leg, binds it and rips his shirt off to cover it. Izuku. It's okay, Moya are going to be fine. Holding her close. Momo. To talk about break a leg. Han. Soon the medics come to take her with him. Following soon he sits in the medical bay holding her. Hondo was crying. Izuku. If I told myself I would never do this. Momo. He whimpered out she was unconscious. Her hero career is over. Izuku. F. He's going to kill them's going to F kill them. Momo. Hey, she groaned out. Izuku. Momo. He whimpered out he was crying and she was at a loss at what she's seeing. The brutal blunt but Johnny Silverhandy's crying. Izuku. You. But she puts her hand on his cheek. Momo. I'm okay Izuku. It's okay. Then it hits her, or maybe this isn't Johnny Silverhand but Izuku. In her mind that's how she perceives it. Seeing how vulnerable he looks it hurts her. Seeing him hurt like this she tried to adjust herself but then she looks down to see her leg. Momo. Oh no Izuku. Momo, you are not giving up on your career. Momo. What are you talking about? Izuku. My leg is gone. Izuku. It won't before long. Momo. What do you mean? Then she looks at his arm. Momo. Yuri going to make cyberware for me. Han. Izuku. Yes, Momo. Izuku, you don't have to do this. Izuku. You have every right to become a hero and he has almost stole it from you. If I hadn't met you I can't eat him in it. Soon he hears the door open. RG. Oh Johnny. Your matchup with 𝘱𴑂 is next. Izuku. Kakand. He growled out. Momo. Izuku, don't do this. Izuku. He hurt you, now I'm going to do the same, and like it never happened he back to his silver hand ego. Izuku. They will regret what they did to you, and he walks out. RG. I'm going to get a second bed ready soon. Izuku is just eyeing it. 𝘱𴑂 was now in full rage. 𝘱𴑂. I'm sick and tired of hearing Johnny this and Johnny that. You are dead. Deku will make sure you will never step into another hero school ever again. Izuku, you took her leg. 𝘱𴑂. She asked for it. She asked for this for Izuku. Now you will pay for it. Gripping his fist strong. Midnight fights. And right of the bat Izuku fires a chemical round. Tirgasan. Soon he rushes him and then kicks him away. 𝘱𴑂. And the next thing he sees is a charged punch from his gorilla fist knocking him away once more. Soon 𝘱𴑂 fires an explosion making him dodge, but he then suddenly goes at an extreme speed to end up behind him. 𝘱𴑂. What the? And soon he was in a choke hold as he punched him relentlessly, and soon Izuku throws him upward then slams down on him creating a huge hole in the ground. Izuku, I'm still not finished. Kakan, you said this would be match, where is it? And he grabs his foot to drag him out. 𝘱𴑂. Deku, stop. Izuku, now you're begging. Did you and the others ever stopped when I said those exact words to you? And he was stunned. Izumi. No, and she was about to use her quirk only to see Aizawa staring at her. Aizawa. So you did tamper with it, Izuku? Yeesh. And he just kicks him in the head knocking him out, although he would normally be in trouble, but in their defense no one blames him. Izuku. Say it? Midnight. Oh right, Silverhand is the winner. And he walks away not even caring about the next matchup, which is Shoto and Izumi. Izuku. And once more he was enraged in the break room, punching everything. He even fires a thermal round at the vending machine and kicks the wooden benches, breaking them, and once that was done he just leans on the wall breathing heavily, calls up Jackie. Hermano, I saw what happened, is she okay? Izuku, the effort took her leg. Jackie, his voice cracking. V. Put him on speaker, and he did. V. Izuku, listen to my voice, you need to calm yourself. As he was still breathing heavy, Izuku, growling loudly, and he was angry like a Hulk. V. Just listen to us, Izuku, remember why you are there. Is he on the phone? And they give the phone to Mama Wells. Mijo, and he stops Izuku. Mama Wells, do not blame yourself, Mijo. You could not have known, but you need to be strong for her. It's okay to cry and grieve for her. Mijo, it shows that you love her, do you? Izuku, why was he muttered out. Mama Wells, then you need to show it to her. Cry with her, it is okay, you can help her, right? Izuku, yes, Mama Wells. Then there's no need to worry for her, she is accepting and willing to try out new things. Mijo, don't blame yourself, remember that, go cry with her now, she said to him. Izuku, okay Mama, well easy will. And he hangs up to head towards Momo. He came in crying again. Momo, please tell me you didn't kill him, and he just collapses on her. Izuku, I'm so sorry, was all he said. She understood and she also let out some tears herself. They both stayed like that for a while. Art, Johnny? And Izuku wakes up. Momo was stroking his hair. RG, you're up for the finals. Izuku, what's the matchup? RG, you are going against Izumi Yaji, so you best head out there. Izuku, Izumi, it's that cold-hearted beach will get what's coming to her. Momo, go win this. Smiling Izuku, I will for you, giving her an embrace before he leaves. He runs to the arena and soon he is in his side and he faces off against Izumi. Give it up. Izuku lose the moment. She says, fight. Izuku, good thing I came prepared. He growled out. Midnight, ready? Izumi, I'm sick and tired of this. Once I beat some sense into your coming back home, you're done playing this bullshit ego you have, and we will be a family again. Izuku, and I will make you regret those words. Will beat the sh out of you until you have no choice but to drink out of a straw, and you for will pay for what you did. And soon they faced each other, one with a face of willpower and the other with nothing but vengeance and anger. Izuku takes his shades off and throws it aside, and Suna gets out Comrade's hammer and loads it. Izuku, this is for Momo. Midnight fights. And they both charge, and Aizawa may have seen a lot of sh before, but none compared to this. Yes, he is aware of the situation that Izuku went through, but knowing how much pain he was put through only fueled his dislike for Izumi and the others even more. He doesn't blame him at all. Of course, it was one thing that he was brutal with his combat techniques, but seeing Izumi use her quirk to disrupt him puts her on the blacklist of students to severely punish. Katsuki Bakugo with what he just did will be put under house arrest and is to clean every crook and cranny in the school. PM. Showed at Aizawa, what? PM. They're fighting now. Aizawa, I'm aware, while he's still writing. PM. No comment. Aizawa, she's screw it, that's it. Izuku right of the bat fires a explosive round at the ground, creating a cloud of dirt hindering Izumi's ability to use her quirk on him. She picked up pieces of rock and flings them in the cloud in hopes it would hit him, but he emerges from the could and goes straight for the punch, hitting her gut. Izumi, Peach, feeling the air leave her stomach forcefully, she keeled over, but she flings him away. Izuku, you are all going to pay for this, as he runs right up to her again to knee her in the face. Izumi then decides to use one for all. Izumi, Detroit Smash, as she uses 15% and charges towards him. Izuku, alright, time to test it out, and he waits until she gets closer, and soon she goes for the punch, and he simply grabs her fist, creating a massive shockwave, and the wind blows, stuns their eyes. Mina, what's happening? Jairu, so much power. Kirishima, Demon Son. Izumi breathes heavily to see him still holding his fist. Izuku, just as a thought, soon he reels his fist back. Izuku, counter, and then it glows green as he punches her back, but it held so much absorbed energy that she was stationary as the force exits through her back. Izumi vomited. Izuku, you know why we are on the same side. Izumi, she was still gasping for air, all she could do was look at him. Izuku, because if this was a fight between villain and hero, soon he lifts her up. Izumi, then it wouldn't be fair, and soon he punches her and throws her to the side, causing her to stumble down. Izuku, come on hero, if you truly are worthy of this place you would stand up and fight. Why is that? And son. Izumi was growling and she lunges trying to hit him, but it missed. Izuku, you know why I'm doing this? I've always hated you the moment you did it, and she kept SWNG. Izuku, since I left that day. Soon he just moves slightly and hits her across the cheek as she was about to get back into Her fighting stance, he punches her from the left then the right and under her neck, then he hits her on top of the head. 𴘇𴑂, because you always knew I was stronger, and he knees her gut making her vomit. 𝘆_ld now she now whimpers and falls down slowly and lays on the ground looking ahead. 𝘰𝘂 she just tried to move but couldn't anymore as 𝘠𴑇 just stands over her and he puts his shades back on. 𴘠𴑇, you will never reach my level, you will always be the weak spoiled brat that wanted to be the best but couldn't even understand the act of humility and selflessness, nor will you have pain to make you grow stronger, you Deku. And he walks off. Not even Midnight made an announcement. He knew he won but he didn't care anymore as everyone was quiet seeing the very brutal one-sided battle. No one said anything, it was just silence. Now he awaits Bakugo's punishment, which apparently is just house arrest. That's not enough, not even close to a punishment. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, can't rely on anyone, got to do it yourself. As he walks out soon word got out about the brutal victory Johnny Silverhand had. Now the people are even more worried if he will treat all heroes like this if he ever becomes one. Now a protest is going on that he should be arrested and expelled from the hero school, and he himself is not making it any easier for the heroes to defend him. Aizawa replaying the brutal beatdown with Izumi and him. She stood no chance at Alice. This the true definition of a hero. Perhaps not, and to top it off, the media caught attention of his past and now is trying to find out his connections with the four, and to avoid this Nizu had the files ready but 𝘰𝑚𝐴SO wanted to wait until they gathered enough. Bakugo was found in a car. Apparently he was kidnapped and tortured by the gas and fumes which a hose was tied to the exhaust port into the window of the car going into it. He was still alive but he was muttering words like, I'm sorry, I never meant to do this, it was Shoto's idea, you were always stronger than me, help. He was taken to the hospital and of course they pointed at 𝘠𝑐𝑢 for doing it, but he refuses to acknowledge it, and to make it worse no trace of any type of evidence pointed at him. Izumi however was suffering multiple broken bones. The charges punch on her abdomen collapsed one of her lungs and broke all of her ribs. Unfortunately it didn't puncture any major organs, and now Johnny's reputation is going even further into the void as the students do not want to be around him, worried that he will attack them, except for a few who know his true nature. Shinso, you really her up. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, that was just a love tap in my opinion. If I had gone full throttle then she would be wasting away somewhere hanged upside down. Shinso should have guessed. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, why are you here? Aren't you afraid like the rest of them? Shinso, you weren't afraid when I told you my quirk. What makes this any different? 𝘠𝑐𝑢, true, and soon Shiozaki. Johnny, may I sit here? 𝘠𝑐𝑢, of Nuni don't care, and she sits down. Shiozaki, I wanted to talk to you about Padre. How has he been for the last years? 𝘠𝑐𝑢, he's been doing fine. 𝘰𝘚𝑚𝑔 never changed, is still preaching and still a priest at the parish in Night City. Shiozaki, I've been meaning to go visit him sometime, but I don't have the money and I don't know where he is. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, it's never a good idea to visit Night City. Laws there don't apply the same way here. Padre left because he said it was his calling. Shiozaki, does he even remember me? Flashback, Padre, you know I never told you about the girl who took up my last name. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, is that the one who was an orphan? Padre, her last name was Shiozaki, but for some reason she had no first name, so she took my last name and removed a 𝘰𝘚 Shiozaki. Of course my Japanese has gotten rather rusty, but she was the closest thing to a daughter I had. Could never forget her vine high ras. If God himself wanted her to be part of nature and be at peace, but I needed to leave her to assure that such pureness cannot be corrupted by this place. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, you know I'm leaving for Japan sometime, wonder if I'll ever run into her. Padre, I don't think she'll remember me, but if she does she cannot come here, far too dangerous. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, reasonable. Padre, I'm telling you this because you are a fallen angel. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, have fallen from the light, and once you find your path you will sprout your wings, but know this, the road will not be easy to tread. It is up to you and your will if you can truly achieve it. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, it's nice to see you, Padre, as he shook his hand. Padre, may God be with you. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, and he walks off. Flashback ends. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, honestly not sure about that. If she never mentioned you to Moonless, it's a private matter. Sorry I couldn't tell you more. Shiozaki, it's alright, you know I took up my name after him, was always overprotective of me even when he was praying. Always, though at the time was a bother, but soon once he left I never appreciated the fact that he was indeed me father. 𝘠𝑐𝑢, Padre is not the angry type. I'm sure he understood. Shinso, so Night City, what's it like? 𝘠𝑐𝑢, hell, the DM in place isn't really all that nice unless you stay at Kanpoki Plaza. Shinso, Kanpoki? 𝘠𝑐𝑢, the most luxurious hotel in Night City, with high security, although for a price. Shiozaki, and what is that? 𝘂𝘅, well, you give up your privacy. As you're being monitored 24/7 in Shinso, so dangerous people are willing to give up their privacy to be protected. Shiozaki, no wonder he left to bring faith. 𝘂𝘅, yeah, it's pretty messed up on so many levels. Sorry, Shiozaki. All is forgiven. Soon after school, 𝘂𝘅 heads straight for his lab. Was designing the new cyberware. He is preparing for Momo fortified ankles. This will allow her to jump at a higher height, making it easier to traverse land, but the problem is it's for one leg, so she needs to land on that leg if she doesn't want to break her other oniso. He's trying to counter it with a shock absorption exo layer to prevent injury. Once he got the measurements for her 𝘅𝘂 will not explain how he got to work again. He gets another death threat from some random poser who thinks this will get to him. It was done soon. He loads it into the truck and he heads for Momo's place. 𝘂𝘅 receives a call. Yes. 𝘂𝘅, and he was about to hang up until 𝘂𝘅, we're wrong about you, are not our son. What happened was the final act. Mitsuki also had enough of your attitude. Please don't contact us again. Goodbye, Silverhand. And she hangs up. 𝘂𝘅, good riddance, smiling now. Soon he pulls up to the gates. 𝘂𝘅, whistle big house, and he calls her up. Momo, hey 𝘂𝘅, I'm in front of a giant gate that I can't even afford. Can you open it? Momo, oh yeah, my father isn't hurry, so it's cool. And soon the gates open and he drives up and he sees a servant, and oh boy, it was the same one from the cruise ship. I'll hire back, come for a round 2. 𝘂𝘅, sorry but I'm now in a committed relationship. Oh, that's too bad, but remember, if you want a third party, call me anytime. Stroking his arm. 𝘂𝘅, I'll let the emistress decide. Oh, course, right this way. And she leads him into the manor, and as expected of a corpo familists filled with things they will never use or even think twice about. Soon he was lead into one of the main rooms for guest. Obviously I was expecting a fireplace in a fireplace, but even that sounded mundane. 𝘂𝘅, alright then. Soon he sets the case down at his feet. The empress will be out, soon, don't worry. She smirks and leaves. 𝘂𝘅, God, she's a unit, and he lays back, plopping his feet on the table, not even caring that he's smearing dirt on it. Momo soon enters in a wheelchair. Momo, Aizu, how are you doing? She was showing concern for the night city boy. 𝘂𝘅, could be better. Trying to get some rest in the classroom wasn't possible, since some of them tried to stalk me to see what I do. Momo, and what did you do? 𝘂𝘅, walked all the way to Kiyoshi Mall and also went to a 𝘆𝘂𝘂'𝗋𝗋. Honestly, their reactions was hilarious, and then I saw Mina taking pictures, so I hacked into it and just erased the memory. Momo, 𝘆𝘂𝘂'𝗋𝗋, what do you mean, huh? Momo, I was honestly expecting 𝘆𝘂𝘂'𝗋𝗋, you getting soft. 𝘂𝘅, no way, might be just a blue day, no F way that's going to happen. Momo, I don't know, the Johnny Silverhand I know would cheat the first chance he gets. Teasing him. 𝘂𝘅, I may be many things, one of them being but who eats only the best kind of, but I'm no cheater. If I wanted to do that I wouldn't have ever asked you out. Momo, glad to see your honesty. Smiling. 𝘂𝘅, yep, Momo. And Izumi. 𝘂𝘅, and what do you have to say? Momo, she got what she deserves. 𝘂𝘅, to be real, I'm a little surprised. Momo, what type of girlfriend would I be to try and defend the beach? Who made you this way? 𝘂𝘅, touche. Smirking. Momo, so what's in the case? And he smiles. He brings over to her and he opens it. 𝘂𝘅, meet your second chance. And she was in awe, seeing the perfect replication of her leg, well, from the kneecap all the way down to the foot. Momo, how did you? 𝘂𝘅, took me some time, but I managed to replicate your frame and soon got to work, although there is this other one here, pulling out the exo frame for her ankle. Momo, what is that? 𝘂𝘅, your leg has a cyberware in it called fortified ankles. It will grant you the ability to jump higher than the average person, and the exo frame here is for tanking the force on your left ankle, so it won't have any risk of breaking it. Momo, this is amazing. You could literally help every hero who had career-ending injuries come back into the field. But he was deadpanning. Momo, right, a secret. 𝘂𝘅, so question, how did your dad take you losing your leg? Momo, he was, I quote, disappointed that the heir to this company is such a failure and aware, not the worst, he said, but he's coming back from his trip early to teach me proper manners or some shit. Also, he saw how you reacted and he's not happy either. He hope he doesn't find out. If he does, well, I don't want to think about it. 𝘂𝘅, Luke, if things go wrong, remember what I gave you, and remember that no matter what, I'll be there for you. To hell and back. Momo, what if I go to heaven? 𝘂𝘅, I crawl out of hell to be with you. Momo, pretty corny. 𝘂𝘅, and you like that? ∞ Momo, you got me there. Soon she brings her into her room. 𝘂𝘅, holy ∞, this is bigger than my apartment. Momo, yeah, although it's a little lonely seeing that I have all this space, but it's just me. 𝘂𝘅, Well, I'm here now, holding her Momo. She was blushing as he puts her on her bed. 𝘰𿬂. Now let me get this on you. Soon he pulls off the bandage to see just the stub. Of course it was still healing and it was okay for now. Gets the leg. 𝘰𿬂. Alright, this might hurt, Momo. Great, 𝘰𿬂. Well, the leg is gonna have to be installed into the bone here, giving her a Momo inhaler. 𝘰𿬂. Courtesy of your local medicine maker Veen. Soon she takes a puff. Momo. This is gross, 𝘰𿬂. It's supposed to numb the pain. Alrighty, I'm going to start. And soon he brings the cyberware close to the stub and soon the neural wires come out of it. Soon it starts to drill its way into the stub. Of course, seeing this grossed her out. Momo. Jesus, 𝘰𿬂. It's gross, I know, but it's to make sure you can move and feel it like you never lost it. Soon the base disc was installed. Now that it fused itself to her skin, brings the larger part of the leg and then it clicks into the slots. Soon some buzzing is heard and suddenly Momo felt a major stinging pain. Momo. Gripping the side of her bed. 𝘰𿬂. I know, as he finally got it finished. It was over. 𝘰𿬂. Okay, it's Donnie, it's over. Her trying to calm her down. Momo. That really hurt, 𝘰𿬂. So much you started cussing, not proper of a lady. Momo. Shut up. Soon after a while. 𝘰𿬂. Alright, now try to move your toes. And she looks at it and like normal it worked. She was moving it. 𝘰𿬂. Alright, now stand up. And she was helped up. She thought she was going to need help standing, but it felt like she never lost her legits amazing Momo. My god, 𝘰𝑒. She was happy, lost for words. This is the greatest thing someone has ever done for her. She jumps onto him, hugging him. 𝘰𝑒 laughs. What's gotten into you? Momo. You fixed 𝘰𝑒dᴜ. If everyone hates you, they will never know how kind you truly are. 𝘰𝑒. Well, it's only to you so. Yes. Soon he closes the case. 𝘰𝑒. Alright. Tomorrow they will lose their 𝘆𝑐ℎ over this. I want to see their reaction. Momo. I do to, but called you stay with Meta Knight. Shy asking him. 𝘰𝑒. Don't really have anything else to do, so why the F not? And she was happy. Soon she lays into bed and he just lays by her. No covers. Momo. Don't you get cold? 𝘰𝑒. Don't need to trust me. Momo. Okay, and she just clings onto his arm. Momo. Good night. 𝘰𝑒. Sweet dreams. Moms smiling as they drift into sleep for the night. 𝘰𝑒 woke up with Momo. Didn't happen for one seat. Was a reasonable morning until they make it to class. Of course, when they heard that Momo was supposed to come back today, they were honestly expecting her to be in crutches or a wheelchair. Mina. Okay guys, when she comes in, we need to be supportive of her despite her homicidal boyfriend Gyru. Please just support her. Stop talking 𝘆𝑐ℂ about him. Kirishima. Honestly, his fighting style is brutal. But could we blame him? Honestly, we don't even know how people from Night City work. For all we know, he granted her mercy. Katsumi. Shut the F up. Kirishima. He hurt my brothers. Going to pay for that. Shoka. ***. This is so messed up. Izumi was quiet. She really didn't want to see him now since her parents disowned him. Now all they did was prove him right, that they truly don't care about him. Kaminari. Oh man, my Neta is still in the hospital. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Tsuyu. He seems to have a lack of control with his emotions. Ochako. Maybe we can help him. She looks to Lita, who was silent. Lita. Well, even if that's the case, it's still unacceptable to do that to your own sibling. Doesn't know the value of family. Shoto. Is there a way to get him out of the hero course? Toru. Don't know. And soon the door opens. Mina. Hey Yamamori, you feeling alright? Seeing her walk in normally. Momo. Oh hey guys, glad to see you all. Smiling, and she sits in her seat. They were at a loss for words. Kirishima. How are you walking? Momo. Oh, because of this. Lifting up her leg to see them. Her cyberware same skin and contrast was perfect to her skin, and it was barely noticeable. She asked Johnny to make her a new Lego Chaco. Wow. In awe. Soon 𝘰𝑒 walks in, and of course he was tired as ever. 𝘰𝑒. Too tired for you guys bullshit, going straight for my desk, and he slumps over on it. Katsumi was trying her best to keep in her rage. She wanted to hurt him so bad. Izumi flinched seeing him come in. She was now afraid of him, and she doesn't ever want to experience that horrific fight again. And Bakugo walked in right after him, and he looked terrible. The fact he was kidnapped and tortured really affected him. He just goes up to his seat and just sits there in silence. Kirishima. Hey Bakubroy, alright? Worried for him. Bakugo. Don't talk to me, shitty hair. Katsumi. It's alright bro. Bakugo then glances towards 𝘰𝑒 was sleeping on the desk, but the others were focused on the fact Momo has her legs. Even he was shocked. Momo then goes to her seat. Mina. What did you do? Looking at 𝘰𝑒. Gyru. Who cares? She can still be a student. That's all that matters, right? Kirishima. That is manly. Kaminari. Robot girly. Guess that should be hot. My Neta. as long as her butt and tips are intact it's all good to me, and soon a book hits him. Izuku, you want another beating, my netta? And no sir, and he sits back down. Ochako. At least that's one good thing. Soon Aizawa comes into the room. Aizawa. Alright, shut up and listen here. Since the sports festival you all have been given a chance to go in turn with heroes who would want you, holding up some papers. Aizawa. These are learning experience for you all, for they can teach you many things of becoming a heroso. Come up and collect them in a quiet manner, Johnny. And Izuku sits up. Aizawa walks over just to hand him a small envelope. Aizawa. That's your internship, it would be wise to take it. And he grabs it. Mina. Wow, despite everything still got a hero to intern him. Jiraiya, wonder who it is? As they receive their intern papers, some having little to no choice, Izuku opens the envelope and of course cites him. Izuku. Night Eye, he wants to intern him but he was confused. Why him? Oh well, at least he got an internship, but he was disappointed, has less time in the lab. Momo. Who did you get? Izuku. Night Eye, a pro hero with a quirk that see the future, was All Might's former sidekick. Momo. Wow, so that's good, right? Izuku. In a sense, I honestly don't know how I caught his eye literally. Momo. Well, I think I was going for this hero who is a big-time celebrity. Izuku. Don't, Momo. Izuku. I said on there are other options here that you can choose from. All that Beach is going to do is teach you how to wave your tips and but in the air for sponsorships, which is legal PRSTTN in my opinion. Momo. DMN. Izuku. Well, what other options do you have? And she gives him the list. Izuku. Asterisk whistle asterisk, you sure know how to catch their IMO. Reading through the list, he was going over it trying to see who would be the most appropriate hero to help her with her training. That was until he stumbled on someone in particular. Izuku. This one, giving it to her one of the second to last slips, and she opens it. Momo. Izuku. Well? Momo, this one. Why? Izuku. Well, you said you needed some improvements on making and designing some things to help you make things easier, plus he's very well informed about this as well. Momo. And what do I do about combat? Izuku. Simply I'm going to teach you the ways of how a Night City resident survives and fights. Momo. You have your own fighting style? Izuku. More of a mix between Jackie's brutal fighting versus quick and deadly precision with a gun with a hint of a tiger claw street brawling style. Of course it's a mix-up, soon you will someday make your own. Momo. Highly doubt that. Izuku. But still you can learn a thing or two from me. Momo then raises an eyebrow. Is this an excuse for you so you can just be around me more often? Izuku. Who said it was bad? Maybe I wanted to be with you more. I don't see what's wrong with that. Momo. You're too kind, you know that. Izuku. I know doesn't make me less of an, but to these guys who just looked away immediately and the glares from the two perverts couldn't get any more salty. Momo. Okay, I'll do it, and it hope this combat training will be useful. Izuku. Ouch. Momo. No, I mean if it could help me not be like a scav. Izuku. Just don't let Jackie or V hear you say that. Momo. Well, they aren't here now, are they? Izuku. Well, it doesn't mean I could tell them. Momo. I know. Izuku. And why are you still telling me? Momo. Because I know you love me too much to do that, and he was trying to hide a small blush on his face, looking away. Oh, she's not going to let this slide. Momo. It's cute to see you blush, Johnny boy. Izuku. You are going too far now, please stop. Momo. Alrighty Wilkes, coming up to him. Izuku. Asterisk sigh asterisk, I really wonder when the corruption started in Night City. Momo. I prefer it to be you, him, and this sets the perverts off. Jiraiya. You know there is a time and place to do this, guys. Izuku. And who said I wanted it to do it somewhere else? Mina. Bold, pretty nice, I guess. Izuku. Whatever. Soon Momo turns in her form and she has decided to take up her boyfriend's suggestion for her internship power loader. She hopes she made the right choice and that the combat training will also help her as well. Izuku may be a tank and an absolute unit she is, and she is just her. She doesn't amount to the strength he possesses, so maybe the gun training will help her. Or he could find a way to improve her ability in combat. Soon Izuku turns in his, and the others as well. Soon he goes back to his desk to overhear something very interesting. Izumi. Dadiwa. But how could Henono? He's the only choice I have. He's the only way I can get help. Just let me talk to him. Could possibly make him listen. Okay, right by. And she hangs up, scans the phone, and sees she was referring to someone with her father, someone named Gran Torino. Apparently, he doesn't want to intern her, doesn't know what his connection is to the quirk she has, but I guess he found out about her. Pathetic. Once school was over, he heads on Hami. On his way there, he receives a call. Izuku. Hello, Jackie. Hey Mano, the F just went down. Izuku, you're a couple of days late. Jackie. Oh, I know we wanted to give you some time, but anyway, see how you messed her up, but we thought what you did was stupid. Of course we don't blame you for doing it too, just worry for your reputation there. They really hate you, Hermano Izuku. I know, but hey, give them more reasons to fear Night City, Jackie. Yep, just throw some scabs there. And boom, they will look at you like a saint, Izuku. Well, that's their problem. They have some SHT to say to me, let them. Because they would only waste their breath unless they do something about it, Jackie. Brother Izuku, how is you and Misty going along? Jackie, osh sweet, the best ever real. I know one could replace her, Izuku. Same Jackie. And you land it with that 𝘆ecie Izuku. You guessed it, Jackie. Nice one to keep her, especially since she is top shelf, Izuku. Hey, guess you could say that, I guess, Jackie. Although good luck showing her to Mama. She is the real judge here, Izuku. Besides, 𝘆's the one I'm most worried about, Jackie. Hey, guess what, Izuku? What is it? Jackie, don't tell V this, but me and her along with another person T-Bug you would like her way just nailed a huge job with who you ask. With Dexter Deshawn and Izuku stops Izuku. Dexter Deshawnee don't trust it, Jackie. Oh man, no wonder she doesn't want to tell Yoha is talking with him right. No, of course, with this big OL heist we are having will for sure make us legends. You should come back once you see us having a drink named after us, Izuku. I don't know about this, Jackie, something about it is making me feel like you shouldn't trust this job. It's just a feeling. Jackie. Well, I'm sure we got this in the bag. Remember, you're talking to the deadly Diablos, Izuku. But still, Jackie, you don't need to worry about us, Herman. I'll both know they won't stand a chance, Izuku. Okay, alright, but please stay alive. Or I'll be the one to kill you, Jackie. Deal, Mano. Soon he hangs up, Izuku. ****. Those two are going to be the death of him until he receives another call, Izuku. Jackie, what is it? Jackie. No, this isn't him, Izuku. He recognized that voice, Izuku. Aunt Mitsuki. Of course the question is, why is she calling him? Isn't she part of their little gang? Izuku, what do you want? He said coldly. Mitsuki. ****Izuku, I want to talk, Izuku. I thought Inko said you and her want nothing to do with me, Mitsuki. What? Okay, now he understands, Mitsuki. That green-haired Doug. No, Izuku, they apparently spoke on my behalf without telling Meluk. I want to talk to you, please. If this was anyone in his family, he would have hanged up in a heartbeat, but this is 𝘵𝘂𝗟. She and Aunt Ray were the closest thing to a moth there in Japan. Izuku. Alright, tell me where I need to go. Soon he was sent an address, Mitsuki. Please come, Izuki. Just he can't. And she hangs up. Well, he doesn't blame her for the SHT that has happened, Izuku. Well, then better make a reservation, calling the place. Soon he puts his name down and then he gets in his truck, Izuku. God, what a day. Wonder if Momo is doing fine. And he drove down to the restaurant. Momo was having the worst time of her life. Once she got home, the servants saw her new leg, but they said they won't say anything about it. Hat wasn't the problem. The problem is her sitting across from her father in his office. Like some school principal called her up. "Soy lost," he said, and it was filled with nothing but disappointment. Momo. Yes, too afraid to talk back to you. Really lost after all the things I did for you, all the money spent to give you the best education money can, but the room you have, the servants to watch you, the recommendation from Endeavor, all of this. For Yumi, oh so wonderful, perfect daughter, who also lost to some belligerent hot-headed twat. On not only that, you lost your leg, which of course is understandable, but then I come home to see you walking around like nothing's wrong. Why do you think that? Momo, what can't hear you, Momo? I don't know. You don't know, scoffs. You don't know. Slamming the table, making her flinch. You think I didn't notice? Putting a picture on the table of her and Johnny sleeping in her room. She was now pale. You really think I'm going to let you sleep around with a filthy piece of it like him? Now she was crying, looking down, not wanting to look at me, and she didn't look at me. Momo Yayorozu. Slamming the table again, looking up now to him. You don't look away when I'm talking to you. The leg, what is it, Momo? It's gift. From who? One of the hero agency. Momo, from him. Bullshit, Momo. It's true bullshit. Smacking her now. Momo was now whimpering. She of course had already. But is she brave enough? Izuku, remember you don't have to be alone. I'm going to be here for you always, Mo, like it or not, Momo. Yesha built it. Because he is the smartest person alive, the strongest person, the quickest, and most of all, the kindest person who has only ever treated me like a human being. Who treated me with his own version of love, the person besides mom who cares for me and doesn't see me as some AC object. You have been controlling me for far too long. You will never be like you are the person you want me to be, my looking away father. And he was livid now. Soon he lunged forward to choke her. 𴑐𝘵, I knew you would be corrupted by Night City when they kidnapped you. When he saved you, he knew the moment you would fall for a scumbag like him. You are just as disappointing as your mother. And soon this made her snap. Even though she can feel the air leaving her mouth, but soon it happens. 𝘆ecie made it to the restaurant parking right at the front. He just walks in while other people are dressed for the occasion. You lost? The staff member said. 𝘆ecie, I made a reservation here under 𝘰𝘍, and soon he looks at his attire, not the appropriate attire. You have anything better to wear, and soon he grabs onto his tie. 𝘆ecie, unless you want to look like me, take me to my seat. Letting go. Right this way, sir. And they walked over to the table, handing him his menu. He just throws it aside. 𝘆ecie, you can F off now, and he bows and walks away, putting his feet on the nice and well set up table. Just waits, leaning his head back. Tired from all the SHT that has happened to 𝘆ecie, he looks to see both Mitsuki and Masaru. 𝘆ecie, hey, and soon Masaru takes Mitsuki's purse and she runs up to him and hugs him. Of course, he lets her have her moment. 𝘆ecie, how are you doing, auntie? Mitsuki, I'm sorry. 𝘆ecie, I'm so sorry for what you went through. Just wished I could have done something sooner. 𝘆ecie, it's alright. Fine, uncle. Masaru goes up to shake his hand. Masaru, are you sure this is the same boy? Mitsuki, because I'm pretty sure he's a grown man now, pulling him into a small hug. Masaru, good to see you're okay. 𝘆ecie, patting his shoulder. 𝘆ecie, and you never aged, both of you. Soon they started to catch up how they've been and what's been going on since he departure, since he returned, and the sports festival when they heard about Bakugo being tortured. Well, Mitsuki, 𝘆ecie, know you had a lot of built-up hatred for the twins, but doing what you did costed your career. Masaru, Mitsuki, and it would have hurt us. 𝘆ecie, you're not mad for what I did. Mitsuki, oh, we were at first, then we remembered what they did to you. Compared to Ts, it was nothing, so can only say that you only just gave them a sample. Masaru, but please don't do that again. 𝘆ecie, only want what's best for you, and if you are trying to become a hero for Night City, then you need to control your anger. 𝘆ecie, okay, I'll try, uncle, and I'm sorry to both of you for doing what I did. Soon Mitsuki grabs his hand. Mitsuki, 𝘆ecie, remember you are not alone here. You still have people who care about you. Everything for your family, your sister, the people who talk SHT to you, and definitely the hero's opinion. You are the one who decides your path, so take it by the head and it make your own path. Soon 𝘆ecie couldn't help but laugh. Masaru, you really did pick it up from her, chuckling as well. Mitsuki was confused for a moment, but still they shared some laughs, some pains, and of course rebuilding the shatter bonds they had. Soon it all had to come to an end. Soon 𝘆ecie paid for the food, to which the two protested, but he refused to budge. 𝘆ecie, 𝘆stini, just want to say thank you. For the first time in 9 years of 𝘆lie, felt like I belonged for once. Mitsuki puts her hand on her cheek. Remember, 𝘆ecie aren't alone. Call us anytime when you need us, or to talk, okay? Masaru, and make sure you treat that rich gal with some respect. How did he? 𝘆ecie, will do, uncle, and they said their goodbyes. As 𝘆ecie was about to drive off somewhere, he checked his phone to see Mo was calling him. 𝘆ecie, hey Momo. 𝘆ecie, I need you here right now. 𝘆ecie, geez, am I that irresistible? Momo, no, something happened. Really bad. She was breathing heavily. 𝘆ecie, okay Mo, calm down, steady breaths for Menno. Tell me what's going on. Momo, I can't say it, not on the phone. Please come, it's really urgent. 𝘆ecie, okay, I'll be there. Momo, please, crying, what happened? 𝘆ecie drove at a high speed through town to finally make it to the house. Of course, he hacked the gate to it, opens, and soon he drove up and left and runs in. 𝘆ecie, Momo, over here, and he walks over. 𝘆ecie, okay Mo, what is dash? And he stopped in his tracks. She sees Mama with red spots on her face like she was slapped, and a large one on her neck. Someone tried to choke her, but that wasn't the problem. She was covered in blood. 𝘆ecie, 𝘆cie, what happened? Going up to her, using his shirt to wipe some off. 𝘆ecie, where's the injury? Momo, 𝘆ecie, hold on, I can make a call to see if I can get you a room. Momo, 𝘆ecie, Mo, I need you to tell me. Momo, 𝘆ecie, and he stops. 𝘆ecie, what? She started to cry again. Momo, it's not my blood, and that was all she needed to say. She looks behind him and she looks away. He soon looked to see it. 𝘆ecie, right behind the couches, the gun I gave to Hera, bullet shell, and Momo's father dead on the floor, killed by his daughter. 𝘆ecie, you shot him. He looks at her. Momo, I didn't mean to. I don't remember what happened. He started to hit me, finally stood up for myself, and next thing I knew he was choking me, and I shot him. Bawling her eyes out, horrified with herself, 𝘆cie envelopes her in a hug. 𝘆ecie, it's alright Mo, it's alright Momo. I took a life, clinging on to him like a lifeline. Izuku, I know Momo, I killed him. Izuku, I know it's over now, can't hurt you anymore, and she just wept and cried in his arms. Momo, what will happen? I'm going to jail. I'm going to be an outcast. Me mother will hate me. Izuku, none of that will happen. Mo, trust me, if your mom truly loves you then she would understand why you did it, okay? And she nods and Izuku wipes away the tears and her Izuku, it's going to be alright, he won't let it happen to you, you had every right to do it, so. Come on, and he helps her get up. Izuku, show me where the security cameras is, and she leads him around to the security room. Momo, this asterisk sniff asterisk, this is where they keep the footage. They aren't here because he ordered them to leave. And Izuku jacks in, he looks around and sees the footage of her and her father. Soon he copies the footage and then deletes everything on the hard drive. As he was about leaving, he noticed something besides the other door was a wall and it had some outlines on it. Which was strange. Izuku, is there another door here? Momo, not here, shouldn't, and he walks up to it and soon rips the door off. Soon he was shocked to what he found: a hidden surveillance room, cameras that monitor every room and every bathroom. Even some parts of the room had one-way mirrors to look at them directly. Soon there was a guy that was dead. Izuku, what the F? And she was also shocked. Momo, what is this? Shivering in fear, Izuku goes up to the console and plays back the last footage taken. You know what you doing, making sure she'll still be alive. It was her father. Yes, she will be ill, though her mental state will be scarred. Mr. Yaoyorozu, I don't care. I want her to know what it's truly like out there. Just give her an open opportunity, let her escape, and then she will most likely see how I see the world, and she'll appreciate the 𝘆ში I have done for her. Momo, what? Soon Izuku looks at the messages and sees her father made a deal with 𝘆će to kidnap her. Having her look at it was now both fearful and angry. Momo, that 𝘆će he planned my kidnapping. The _𝘆cie went through all the 𝘆ощ that happened. The 𝘆skaves. Izuku, seems Maelstrom wasn't a part of their plan, so you got lucky on that part. 𝘆skaves never hold their word, but keeping them alive, that's how they like it. Momo, why, for what purpose is this for? Soon he checks another message. Izuku, seems your father hired these people to monitor each and every move you make, showing her footage of her changing, sleeping, even showering, and other private matters. Momo, no, she felt sick, she wanted to throw up, she wanted to end this all. Izuku, looks like when they found out about me and you, the dead body here is one of the members who tried to leak footage here. He was part of your security team, but he had concerns, especially this, playing the tape. Log 1 today is another generic patrol. The daughter was alright for most of the day. Recently she has taken a liking to us since we give her space, but something is giving us a bad vibe to this place, like it seems to perfect way too perfect, and I don't like it. Father said Chend, he is treating her like AF. Object, but hey, he hired us as a way to test our usefulness. Guess we'll show him that we're qualified for it. Log 4, this is bullshit. I mean, the job is great pay, great benefits, but soon came his real purpose of hiring us. The FO wants us to monitor his daughter 24/7 for what we asked. None of our business, so we did just that. It's been a week and nothing eventful has happened. Eddie was the only one here that monitors the cameras while everyone just plays house. God, this is F with my head. Log 5 F hell, this is night 1. And I'm already hit with her changing in front of Met. His BSRD is going to fair if this is for some protection or him trying to keep her out of harm's way. There are other ways to do this, not just take away her privacy without her knowing. Other guys are also weirded out as well, but they don't know what it's. 𝘆će the only one qualified for security watched. Log 6, the camera shows her taking a shower. By God, this is so stupid. The rules here is I need to have someone lock the door from the outside. What type of rule is that? To make sure I don't leave. God, this is bullshit. Seeing her changetto, her sleeping toe, now the shower, or when she uses the bathroom. Fee, don't know how I feel about this. Log 8, I just watched her pleasure herself today. It felt wrong, really wrong. The 𝘆će I have to watch made me feel disgusted with myself. I tried to take it up to him to try and establish out of this role, but he said that if I don, then I can embrace my jobber any future job. Goodbye. So to punish, Mayhe made me watch it again 3 times, and it was wrong. God, what the F is this world coming to? Log 13, the girl did it again. This time she was yelling out names of people from the television, and she talked about how she has no one to talk to, no one to take her. Udi saw what she wrote. The kid just wanted a regular life. Wish I could do something about it. She's been growing more rebellious to her father. Somehow I have a feeling this won't end well. Log 20 that 𝘰𴟏 knows what my plan is. This girl, this kid, she needs to get out from this 𝘆ᴂ wanted me to release a chemical that would cause her to be more obedient. He had to do it and it was awful. Whatever it did made her act ruthlessly. She was more aggressive, more depressed, fearful. She already flinches every time a door slams open in her 𝘠괗𴟏 doesn't react. God, this is not what I agreed to. Don't know how I could help her. She needs to get out. Wish me luck. Log. They found out 𝘃 played me like a goddamn fiddle. I thought I was creating an opening for her. But to see her kidnap be something he orchestrated. I can't do this anymore. I can't fly this way. Don't know what to do. Click what? Bang, no, bang, let me out, let me out. Hissing, no, I did what you asked for, please, 𝘆ᴜ. Soon the tape cut abruptly. 𝘆ᴜ, we need to get you out of here, Momo. This isn't real, this can't be real. All the people who I thought cared for might was a lie. It was one lie. Sobbing. 𝘆ᴜ, now's not the time. We need to get you out of here, Momo. And my feelings for you, are they even real? Is this another thing he planned? I'm scared. 𝘆ᴜ don't know what's real anymore. 𝘆ᴜ, I know, but look at me. Lifting her head. 𝘆ᴜ, if they weren't real then you wouldn't have fallen for me at Maelstrom. That was unplanned. Along with me taking you out in Night City. If it's not real then it must have gotten to mean I am demon sure it was real. We need to go. We need to get out right now. Soon cars were rolling in. Momo, they're coming. Scared. 𝘆ᴜ, okay, just stay calm. We need to find another way out of here. Planting a small electrical round on the hardware after he made copies. Soon the door busts open and some trained personnel came in. What's weird about 𝘃mis? They are dressed like civilians. Then he looks at them closely. They were monitoring her even when she was out acting like regular civilians. 𝘆ᴜ loads his weapon. 𝘆ᴜ, come on, going on another route. They go through the main hallway where some are coming into the hidden room. He waits until a good amount head in and then, boom, the electrical round goes off and it disables all the power in the manor. Alright, where are you? Come on out, it's useless. Shining their lights around with their weapons out. 𝘆ᴜ makes a gesture to follow him and she abides. This is 𝘃𝗏. The girl is gone, the boss is dead. Orders. 𝘆ᴜ then took this opportunity to hack into their comms. She must have run off to her school. Check over there, and if she's not there, you need to report this to the headmaster. Copy. She is not going to like this. 𝘆ᴜ then looks at their weapons. 𝘰𝘅 so they aren't regular guards, just a regular organization. They have some connection to 𝘱ⴠ but right now they need to get out. The truck outside is confirmed. The girl's partner, be watchful, is extremely dangerous. 𝘆ᴜ smirks. At least they acknowledge his skills. We can just put this on the kid, make look like a boy desperate in love, kill her father and kidnap the girl. Negatives to cunning for that. For all we know he could find out our location. We need to be mindful, so head out, clean the body, make it look like a suicide from a father that disowned his daughter, and if you find them keep watch. The headmaster wants both of them alive. Copy. Soon 𝘆ᴜ and Momo climb through a window and sees his truck is surrounded. 𝘆ᴜ hands Momo the gun. She flinched and shakes her head. 𝘆ᴜ, you need to protect yourself. And she nervously takes it. Soon he pulls out his gel and fires 2 tranquilizer darts, knocking them out. Checks the truck. See it was tampered with. He runs back to her. 𝘆ᴜ, did your father have any other vehicle? Momo, his collection, but I don't know where it is. 𝘆ᴜ, give me a moment, keep watch. Soon he looks around, scanning things, and found a garage compartment. 𝘆ᴜ, over here, and she follows, knocking out another guard. Soon forces open the garage door, lifting it up to see a nice Porsche 911. 𝘆ᴜ, DMN, and he got in with her. It was on the driver's side. That's when he knew this car is from America. Momo, the driver's seat is on the passenger's side. 𝘆ᴜ, so Momo won't be difficult. 𝘆ᴜ, who said I'm going to drive legally? And she was worried. Now gets the key from the compartment and soon he turns it on. He's in the garage. They yelled in the radio but it was too late. Drove off and the gates were about to close, but again it was hacked to stay open until they get out. Momo, oh my god. Where are we going? To Night City. 𝘆ᴜ, no, if they truly wanted to get us they will send out cars, and again curse his luck. 2 cars are approaching them fast. 𝘆ᴜ, Momo, what do we do? Soon he hands her comrade's hammer. 𝘆ᴜ, from the back window, aim for the cars. Look, I know, but there's no avoiding it now. And nods. Soon she turns around to see the cars approaching and she fires, although she almost fell over from the kick this thing has, and it missed, only hitting the road. Soon 𝘆ᴜ loads it again and she tried to steady her aim. This time it hits its target. The car explodes, but not, also alerting the authorities. Police sirens can be heard and the other black car got away. 𝘆ᴜ turns around and heads for it. Momo, what are you doing? 𝘆ᴜ, If that car gets away, then we have to move to Night City. Not now, not until I become a hero. Give me the gun. And she hands it to him. Soon he makes a sharp right, avoiding the police cars, and followed the black car. He marks it to make sure he sees its path, and he sees that it's going towards Tokyo, speeding up now. Soon sees it, aiming his gun steadily, focusing, and he even slows down his speed and then fires, seeing the bullet flying, and then a distance explosion is heard and he drives off. Now Momo. What now? Izuku, we need to get to safe timey place. We'll head there, and he drove that way, only about a mile away from his place. Left the car before he burns it. Izuku, don't want them to find Prince Momo. Stay by me. Putting his arm around her waist, she made some coats to hide their figures, and Izuku puts his shades on. Eros. They walk along the way. They see the police cars zooming by one, giving their nerves a heart attack. Izuku, what type of 𝘆će did I get myself into? Momo, you saved me from that. Hell, Izuku, I don't regret it. 𝘆će is F as menial most, but this was just manipulation. At least they try to kill me directly. You fine physically. No injuries. Momo, not that I feel. No. Izuku, alright. Soon they make it to the complex and they then enter. Momo, wow, cozy. Izuku, come here, and she follows. Soon a small chamber is seen. Izuku, get in. Momo, why? Izuku, just do it, and she trusts him enough to lay in it. Izuku, close your eyes unless you want to go blind for a moment, and she does. Soon she was scanned from head to toe. It was finished. Izuku, alright, forgive me. Momo, what? Soon he has a small tool and he stabs it into her abdomen, screaming in pain. Izuku, hold only a moment, and soon he pulls out a small device and he crushes it, stitching the wound. Momo, what the hell was that? Izuku, a tracking device. Had a feeling they put one in. Yuki came on, following him again. She was tired, she couldn't move, and the stitches hurt like hell. Izuku then rips her clothes off to drag her into the bathroom. Izuku, you need to wash it off before it stains. Now hurry up, and he closes the door. Momo, God, and she starts the shower. For some reason, she finally felt safe, like nothing was watching her. No goatees, this what it feels like. Izuku, wakako. Oh, Izuku, what is it? Izuku had a little run in giving you some details now, and soon she reads over what happened. Wakako, it seems your quirk is to just run into danger and get caught in tangled webs. What you are dealing with is out of your hands. Izuku, what do you mean? Wakako, surely you heard about the rumors going on about recent kidnappings, correct? Izuku, yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? Wakako, the rumors are true. They are taken because they have a valuable quirk, and your partner is the most treasured one. They are called the Makers, and they breed those with valuable quirks to make the ultimate power. They have done so for many years, and they have stayed hidden in the shadows. Their purpose is that since villains are becoming stronger with each passing day, they decided to start a program to breed them like dogs. Artificial selection. Those with it undesirable result will be either killed or experimented. They have hideouts and bases scattered throughout the world. There is none here in Night City. Izuku, why is that? Wakako, the gangs and the scavs are the reason. They cleared out every one of them here, but it doesn't mean they stop hating each other. They will kill as always. Izuku, typical Wakako, you got yourself into some serious trouble. Izuki can organize a transport back to Night City if you wish. Izuku, no. Wakako, are you sure? Izuku, I'm pretty sure. If this is true, then they need to be stopped. Wakako, I'm afraid it's no use. Izuku, why is that? Wakako, because the heroes won't let you. Do you think 𝘆endeavor has the perfect twins with the perfect quirk? Todoroki was a raised calf for the Makers. He bought her for that specific purpose, and your father tried to stop them. Exposed a facility in America, the one in Night City, and they killed him for it. And that was all orchestrated by none other than best genist number 3 hero, Izuku. No, Wakako, I'm sorry sharing this with you. Your father was a great hero, was a great man that world did not deserve, and he was killed by the very people who he grew up with and fought and bleed with to just protect their sickening secret. Izuku, he was crying now. The heroes killed his father. Has to do something about She needs to do something about this, but what? No one will believe him's father's death is ruled out as suicide now, and soon the police will be looking for her as well. Izuku, Wakako, I need you to do something for me. Of course I'll pay. Wakako, depends on what I'm getting myself into. Izuku, I need information on the raid, the scavs and factions that attacked the hideout. I need every detail, please. Sending her the money. Wakako, alright then, wait a couple of days. But for now, you know how this scenario goes. Izuku, I know. Soon the shower turns off. Wakako, Better tend to your 𝘱𝗃, and she hangs up. Momo came out wearing his clothes. Obviously she can make them, but only a BR and panta with her own shorts and his tank top. 𝘰𝗃, you alright? Momo nods and she sits by him leaning on him for support as he comforts her. Momo, how did it come to this? 𝘰𝗃, just when things should be simple they come out to be more F up than you expect it to. You'll find out who these people are and I will put an end to them. It needs to hurt. Momo, okay, if that's the case, I will follow you to the very end. 𝘰𝗃, good, and they stayed like that. Neither of them got sleep that night. 𝘰𝗃 was watching Momo sleeping. She was leaning on him, clinging onto his shirt, couldn't move but his right arm was free and he kept the gun beside him just waiting for 𝘆𝚹 to happen. The makers, these people killed his father because the villains are apparently growing too strong. That was until a knocking on the door knocked him into focus. Momo also woke up scared. 𝘰𝗃, hold up, he whispered, and he hacks into his digital bell. And it was the police. 𝘰𝗃 then puts the gun away for now, opens it. 𝘰𝗃, officer, he said, morning, sorry to disturb you, but is there a Momo Yaoyorozu at your residence? 𝘰𝗃, well. We have some terrible news to tell her. 𝘰𝗃, well, we just got finished so she's out for a while. I could tell her, and the cop was a bit mortified. Her father committed suicide last night. No one said anything, no one knows why it happened. Just please go easy on her. 𝘰𝗃, well, fortunately she hated the guy. Too controlling, so I don't know how she'll react. Akiko, have a good day, sir. 𝘰𝗃, likewise, and he closes the door and Momo has a pouting face, blushing. 𝘰𝗃, what, Momo? That was your excuse? 𝘰𝗃, hey, have to make it realistic. 𝘆𝚹, no, you thought of it. And soon they got ready to head to class. It was odd, the people are acting like nothing happened last night, not even the shooting was reported on the news. Who are the makers? And what is their purpose? And why are the heroes so desperate to keep this a secret? They'll need to find out why while also taking out baddies. Soon they enter the classroom and the first thing the two noticed was 𝘉𝗉 wasn't there, he was gone. 𝘰𝗃, hey, Akiko, had happened to the stuck-up Ochako? Oh. He said he had a family emergency, I'll be back soon. 𝘰𝗃, right? And he sits down. Soon he looks up anything that could have happened last night and sees it. Pro-hero Ingenium killed last night by hero killer, the end of a great hero, so that's the problem. Soon sees Aizawa coming upand. Then they discussed about the internships and where to Gunst. That was over. He heads on to lunch. 𝘰𝗃, alright Imo. Come on, and she follows Mineta. That you're keeping that hot babe all to himself. Kaminari, well, they are really close now. We have no chance in hell with her now. Mineta, not if I have anything to say about it. Smiling Momo, so hats up. 𝘰𝗃, what happened? Momo, I know 𝘰𝗃 was there. 𝘰𝗃, you're not listening. Mothis is some deep 𝘆𝚹 your father got you into. Momo, what do you mean? 𝘰𝗃 then sits on the ledge. 𝘰𝗃, I'm saying is this 𝘆𝚹 that's going on is so much worse on a larger scale. We are dealing with an organization that has been hiding in the shadows for God knows how long. This organization has been the reason of strong, powerful heroes that exist today. Momo, what are you talking about? 𝘰𝗃, Mother are called the 𝘆𝚋, hidden organization that has bases set up all over the world. They kidnap and breed those who have very valuable quirks to make a stronger version of ithink of like dogs. They started off as wolves, and soon we domesticated them, and over the course of thousands and thousands of years we have different types of breeds, different variants, and they are almost never the same. This is what they doto those with valuable quirks like yours, like those idiots downstairs, but they don't kidnap them because they aren't forgotten. They aren't alone. They single them out and then they strike. Why, your father was a big shot in the group and you took him out. Momo, my god. 𝘰𝗃, so now we have another problem. He can't get help from my fixer. She doesn't want to get involved with something like this. Momo, I understand that, but what are you going to do? 𝘰𝗃, I'm not finished because they used to have a base in Night City until they were driven out by who you ask me. Father? Momo, your father? 𝘰𝗃, Yehe exposed their location to a couple of the factions there, because he was the famous Fire Drake, earned all of their trust. Strong to believe a guy like him managed to unite them, because when he was called up again he was killed in a supposed plane crash that was rigged with a bomb. Momo, and that's when 𝘰𝗃, the factions went out their way to put aside their difference for once and take them out. Even Maelstrom helped because it interfered with their business. Once it was over they then hated each other again. Godan now seems only a few heroes know of its existence. Momo, what can we do about it? Just sit here and pretend like nothing happened? 𝘰𝗃, for the most part until I can get a good grasp in what we're dealing with, so in the meantime play your part and mention this to anyone, even to our friends. For all we know they could also be a part of it as well, so make sure of that. Momo, alright, and one other thing. 𝘰𝗃, Momo, am I going to be staying with you for now? 𝘰𴜱, if that's what you want, he can make a call to make sure you have a suitable place to live. 𝘆𝑚𝑜, no, I would rather be with someone I trust, so please let me stay. 𝘰𴜱, alright, no, let's get back. And she reached for his hand and grips it tightly. There has to be a way to notify some heroes who are willing to help them with this problem, but who can be trusted and who can't. They don't know for sure. Once they return to class, 𝘆𝘟 and Kaminari are standing in their way. 𝘰𴜱, F out of the way. 𝘆𝘟, you've been hogging her for too long, and he was kicked out of the way. 𝘰𴜱, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into, so it's best to just leave it. And they both nod, seeing how serious he looks. 𝘆𝑚𝑜, God, just one problem to the next. 𝘰𴜱, could be worse now for your internship. 𝘆𝑚𝑜 is in the support wing, you obviously know it. 𝘠, and they depart ways as she was heading to 𝘆𝑚𝑜 and heads to Might Tower. Izumi and Yagi had to harass Gran until he finally teaches her. Obviously it took a while and it was much more painful than they ever wanted it to be, until he finally gave in, and now they are on their way to his place. Yagi, all right Izumi, I know after a while, but just listen, and whatever comments he makes, just ignore them. He will try to get into your skin and irritate you so you can leave. Izumi, great. Yagi, and my old partner is interning Johnny. Izumi, Johnny? Yagi, that's what he likes to call himself, and we'll call him that now, showing his disappointment. So she was right, they disowned him after all this time waiting for him to come home. To eagerly wait for him to come through the door. They are willing to just drop him out just like that. Yagi, we're here, and he stops the car. Izumi, okay, wish me luck, Dad, and he hugs her. Yagi, I know you can do this. Izumi, don't forget that, and she smiles. Izumi, don't worry. I'm going to give it my all. Yagi, atta girl, and she waves goodbye as he drives off. Looking at the house, site was simple and small. Izumi knocks on the door. Hello, waiting for a response. Nothing. She knocks again. Izumi, I'm Gran Torino. I'm here now. Again, no response. So she opens it and sees the place. It was quite small and looked real cozy to live in. Izumi, Gran, again no response. Okay, this is kind of freaking her out, so the disappointment came. She looks up to see him on the roof. Izumi, I'm here for the internship. GT, and so you arrived. Jumping down, even though he looked shorter than 𝘆𝘟, he still somehow retains that authority, and she has no choice but to listen. GT, that Yagi boy was obviously desperate choosing you as the 9th inheritor. How pitiful. Now it seems you want me to train you, and she nods. GT, alright then, what can start now? And he flies at her, and she just barely had enough time to dodge. Izumi, oi. GT, if you're calling yourself a hero, you need to be quick and fashioned, otherwise you end up hurting people just like your brother. And he goes in for another attack. Izumi, it, trying to dodge, but she gets kicked and lands on top of the boiling water containing soup. Izumi, F. Feeling it splash on her arm. GT, reckless and unbalanced, said pretend that's what you are. 𝘰𝑗 also ended up back at Night Eye's office with Bubble Girl back in that bench. 𝘱 creeps him out every time he sees it. 𝘰𝑗, do you ever give her a break? Night Eye, she didn't make the latest field report. 𝘆𝑚𝑜, so this is an appropriate punishment in my opinion. And she was still laughing, and he can hear her throat is getting dry. 𝘰𝑗, F, and he just stops the machine and helps her out. Bubble Girl, asterisk, coughing, asterisk, wheezing now. 𝘰𝑗, come on, carrying her to the sofa. Night Eye, why? 𝘰𝑗, give her a break. Now tell me, what do I need to do? Night, very well, you are going on a recon routine with her. And soon the door opens, and soon the rabbit hero Miruko enters. 𝘰𝑗, how long did you practice for that intro? He looks at him. Night Eye, 5 minutes. Miruko, so this is the silver hand brat. Looking at him. 𝘰𝑗, and this is the fluffy white rabbit. Miruko, what did you say? 𝘰𝑗, why recon? Night Eye, since you already have the combat worked out in your favor. Reference USJ, just need to see how the heroes go do their routine. And I believe you have the energy to stay with Miruko here. Hopefully. 𝘰𝑗 face palms. Asterisk sigh, asterisk fine. Soon he gets up and walks up to her. She was just glaring at her. Miruko, soy ready escure. 𝘰𝑗, oh sure, how many men did you kill with those thighs? And soon she grabs him. Miruko, listen here you punk, the only reason I'm here is to make sure you don't kill anyone. You got it? 𝘰𝑗, Nova. Miruko, what? 𝘰𝑗, asterisk sigh, asterisk sorry, it's a slang, and she lets go. Miruko, now come on, and he follows. Night Eye, remember 𝘰𝑗, I'll be watching to see your progress. 𝘰𝑗, great, and he was dragged out. 𝘆𝑚𝑜, so the design goes like this, holding up the schematic power loader. From a standard design, yes, if you are trying to make something on your own, then it needs to be on a template like this. And in the background was some maniacal laughter. Mei was excited since some big corporate people saw her. potential and she can get big deals. She is just making some of her babies now. Momo. Wow, seeing this new drone he right has some capabilities and it looks pristine. Power loader. Don't dare put any weapons on it. May. Relax, that's for tomorrow. I'm trying to refurnish it, giving it some pizzazz. Momo. What? Power loader. Ignore her, she's just excited that it's some big corporate company wants her to make tech for them. Apparently it's the big ones, Shield and Militech being the big ones. Momo. Militech? Power loader. Oh, they're a military that is stationed in the 𝘁_cie. Think it's in Night City, but they also have a base set up here. Since they're neutral most of the time, they would like to send out people to recruit potential members, and 𝘁some here just landed one with them, although she is uncertain on who she should go with. Has Shield is located on Iceland, so she's in a bind right now. Momo. Oh, power loader. Now 𝘂nie have a question for you. Momo. Power loader. Silverhand's your boyfriend, right? Momo. Yeah, power loader. That metal arm, what is it? Momo. He never tells me about it. Usually it's stuff he likes to keep to himself, but I don't know how he makes things like that at all. Power loader. *𝘆cie_'𝗵 could help the world with that tech, but hey, it's his choice, and what he does with it is his own. Momo. Why are you interested? Power loader. Because he also caught the attention of Militech. They want him in their ranks since they came by yesterday asking questions about him, so if you see him again, please give this to him, handing her the note which was gray and had the Militech logo on it. Momo. Okay, putting it in her bag, and soon she sees in the distance out the window. Momo paled, seeing two guys just staring at her, and power loader noticed. Power loader. What is it? Momo. Huh? Looking back at him. Power loader. Who are you looking at? Looking in that direction. See nothing. Momo. Oh, I thought I saw some things. Power loader knows it's something, but she seems like she won't budge, so he won't push it. Momo. Anyways, you were saying? Power loader. All right. So the idea is that the compactor over here, nighttime in a rooftop, I know you're out, the ray know you exist. And I will keep killing your members to draw you out into the light. If I die or live, it doesn't matter as long as I take you all down to hell with me. As Izuku and Miruko are scouting Hosu City, they managed to stop a couple of thugs. However, the way Izuku did it, kind of her off one, was that he shot the thug's knee, almost dismembering him. Miruko. I know you need to dull the power of those pistols, Izuku. How else will I incapacitate them? Miruko. You're not supposed to cripple them. You've killed enough people. God, never in my life would I say this. Izuku. 631 Miruko. The F, when did you kill 8 more? Izuku. Villains. Miruko. *𝘆cie**, you are hopeless. Izuku. Not in the bed. Miruko. You're a teen, what do you know about that? Izuku. Oh sweet thighs, you have no idea, and she scoffs. Miruko. Wow, not only a killer but thinks he's a womanizer as well. Any tricks up your sleeve? Izuku. Oh, not Anamori, I am in a committed relationship, so 𝘆ście like this is out the window for now. Miruko. Pay for now. Izuku. If she is willing to stay with methods, the idea here. Miruko. Whatever, and soon they jump around and it was uneventful. Izuku. I've been hearing the hero killer has been running about. Miruko. And what, you going to join in him on his so-called crusade? He's a jokey poser, he's just some nobody that thinks being a hero is the easiest thing in the world. Izuku. And what about you? Aren't you too confident for your own good? Miruko. I know I'm the best and I will see to it. Doesn't matter to me. I will become #1 no matter what. Izuku. My goal is to be Night City's first hero. Well, hero in decades. Miruko. Heard about that in your little speech. Only impressive quality in your speech. Izuku. Hey, if it's to impress, then I would have just insert some insults in my count. Miruko. You wish someone would be impressed with pity insults, thinking you're all that just pretending to be some poseria. Don't know how it is out in the field to see the bodies, the both the 𝘆ście that these people went through. You ever thought about that? Izuku. People die every day. Sure, you can save some, but the reality is you can't save everyone, even from themselves. You want something Go to Night City, find a 𝘁ave hideout, and tell me what's worst, because I had to take out every single one to make sure someone could at least survive one night, but every time I take one out, more pop up. When you're the son of the fire Drake himself, you have a lot of 𝘆ście to own up. Todo, make sure you don't become a failure, but in the end all eventually die anyway, and soon right after a boom is heard, he looks to the left and they both see a fire happening. Miruko. 𝘆ście. Izuku. Can't be a day without some 𝘆ście happening, and they head towards that direction. Izumi and Gran were riding on the train getting information from the hero that was thrown by a Nomu. Izumi. Alright, is there anyone else we should look out for? Beware a hero killer. and soon to her left she sees a glimpse of armor shining from the fire. Izumi, Lita, she sees him charging ahead by himself. Soon she runs off. Gran, where are you going? And soon she was long gone. He has no choice but to at least help the hero out. Going after the hero killer Izumi, Lita's. She tried to call him out but he didn't hear. She soon tries to catch up with him but there was more gnomes coming, but more heroes came. �ᴇ-ᴅᴇ rabbit. And one of them got 𝘱 arm popping off from a bullet. Okay, Izuku was here so she doesn't need to worry. Oh, she ran forward. Izuku, 𝘆ecie new wings hub, looking at the piece of 𝘆ecie in front him. It growls while Miruko battles the other one. It quickly goes for her, dodging, then kicks it away. Miruko, come on, you fire a weapon. 𝘱 your F job. Izuku, Jesus, as he shot the other one. Izumi soon made it to Lidand. He was battling the hero killer himself. Lita, you will pay for what you did. Stain, I don't even know who you are, and he growls out and charges. Lita tried to kick him but he was just shoulder bashed out of the way. Stain, get out of here, kiddo, you'll get killed. Lita, my name is Lita Tenyemi. Brother was the pro hero Ingenium. I will take up his Namito, honor him, and to avenge him taking you down. Crying out. Stain, Ingenium ahim, if you are a hero in training fed of off revenge, then you're no hero in my eyes. You shall be purged. And soon he charges in and Lita barely dodges a quick slice from the side, and soon he tried fighting now, but even with a quirk that gives him a speed advantage, somehow he was quicker in his movements with the swords, the armor barely giving him some coverages. The joints were exposed. Stain took advantage of this and soon he managed to kick him down. Lita, and he fell on top of a car as Stain jumps on top of him, the air leaving his lungs. Stain, you know you won't win this. Pity that such youth is corrupted by such chaos. You will now die. As he was about to stab him was suddenly lifted up and flinged away. Lita looks to the left to see Lita. Izumi, he groaned out and she helps him up. Izumi, it's all right, you idiot, do you know who you're fighting? Lita, 𝘆cie killed my brother Izumi. And she was shocked. That's why he was acting strange, and it was indeed tragic. Losing a life is one thing, but losing some close to them is far worse. Izumi, and I'm sorry. Lita, thanks. And soon the hero comes back. Stain, you seem to have some heroic aspects, but for some reason you have something in you, something sinister. Izumi, good to know, but I'm a minor. Stain, jokes, how pitiful. And he soon sees Gran, and then out of nowhere 𝘆𝗏, hero killer, jumping in now. Stain, 𝘆𝗏, there you are now, we can purge a real monster. And he soon releases his killing intent, causing the others to freeze. Izumi, this energy. Lita, why is it empowering? Gran, 𝘆ecie, and 𝘆𝗏 wasn't fazed by it. Shoto meanwhile with Shoka was helping, trying to get the other civilians to safety. The first Nomo down, filled with bullet holes and had several limbs missing. Izuku, whistle F wrecked piece of 𝘆ecie. Miruko, those weapons are useful for something. And Izuku blows on the barrel and then he used his scanner to see his idiot sister with the others fighting the hero killer. Izuku, this could be my chance. As he looks at Miruko, we need to find any civilian that needs to be helped out. Izuku, got it, and they both split. 𝘆𝗟 was actually having a somewhat hard time fighting the hero killer. Where is this skill coming from? Doesn't know really. Izuku, the hero killer purged a bunch of heroes. I need to know who could possibly be a member, and soon enough 𝘆𝗏 lands a second punch, knocking him back off the rooftop. Soon a Nomo jumps in front of them. Izumi, we got this. As her and Gran along with Lita are fighting it, 𝘆𝗏 went off to search for the hero killer. Stain, 𝘆ecie, as he was bleeding from the side, and soon a snap is heard. Stain gets into a battle position. Izuku, relax, hero killer, I'm not here to kill you yet. Stain, another child Noir. Silverhand, aren't you? Izuku, the one and only. Stain, it said the big shots of Night City are a force to be reckoned with. What is it do you want? Izuku, I need information. You know there's something going on in the backgrounds. You know of the shooting that happened near the Yayarosa Manor. Stain, Hardy witnessed it and you driving away with a girl. Izuku, yeah, because there is a hidden organization hiding in the shadows. Steinium trying to put an end to it, but the problem is they have made the world their little Hideyutas. They are everywhere. I need to know if you can be trusted. Stain, I heard about a rumor going on about how heroes are being bred to become powerful to counteract villains, and to establish an order. Seems they are really 𝘆𝗋. What do you know? Izuku, they're called the Makers, and they have a hideout somewhere in Tokyo because the car that tried to escape was heading that direction. Know that not one but multiple heroes are part of that organization, including 𝘆𝗏, the hero you just got your butt handed to by. Stain, so it's real then. The meaning of hero has lost its meaning long before it even started. How could this stayed hidden for so long? And you, what do you want out of this? Izuku, should I ever find a Hiduri want to make sure I can count on you to help me destroy it behind you is a manhole crawl down it and it should lead you away you know where to find me and he left before he throws a bandage at him stain. Have very sly that kid. And he heads to the manhole and crawls down it. Izuku then helps out some civilians that need to be freed. Of course his anxiety is on the rise knowing that it is possible one of these people are a member monitoring him and 𝘠𝘚 it's going to be a tricky spot to find an opening without revealing himself. 𴃝 Izuku, and well at least he remembers his name Izuku. 𝘆not even looking helping a boy crawl out some debris. Thank you mister, and he waves and he runs off. 𝘆you really are here after what that BS did to you Izuku. Don't count yourself out of this Aunt Ray how is she 𝘆Izuku, you don't know 𝘆now's not the time where's the hero killer? Izuku, don't ask me I was ordered by Miruko to help out the civilians simply doing my tasks oh no 𝘆𝘠𝗏 escaped then growling Lita. Did you find him? Oh Johnny didn't expect to see you here Izuku, and soon both Shoka and Shoto come up. Shoka, we got most of the civilians out. 𝘆 good work you two now then Izuku need to come with us for a debriefing. Izuku, *𝘆 can't I just catch a break for once? Miruko, welcome to the hero world kid. Great Izuku, well the hero killer escaped I guess good work. 𝘆 clapping his hands mocking him. 𝘆seems you have ball and insults, scoffing at his words. Izuku, well know what they say no pain no gain but over a time of 9 years. Shoka, Izuku, you have no right for nicknames. Beach Shoto, Midoriya stop this right now. Did you see where the hero killer go? Izuku, now even if I did I was too busy saving those who are caught in the crossfire. Seeing the nomus chained up and ready to be transported. Izuku, ⴃ was crawling in the sewers. Of course he managed to get out and escape the heroes for no of course he would have tried to kill them all but something about what Silverhand told him made him want to retreat. Stain, the makers, was all he could say. This new information was strong to take in these so-called conspiracy theories about these people who kidnapped those with useful quirks to breed *𝘆trusts deeper than he thought. Just killing them will make it difficult to track them down, attain information, then kill them. Reasonable. Stain, you heroes are being played. Momo, *𝘆cie, she sees Izuku in front of her deadpanning from the fact he came in with his clothes burnt. Izuku, couple of nomus made it to Hosu City. Momo, it's all over the news. Izuku, and I saw not 1 but 4 of our classmates trying to help out. Stain however escaped fortunately and I talked to him, now perking up. Momo, and what did he say? Izuku, that we most likely have some help in case he gets messy. Momo, you managed to convince the hero killer to help Izuku? I told him the scale of how f up things are. Wakako *𝘆cie, she will still not help despite things going good for you. I don't blame her, this is something no one wants to get involved with. Momo, okay saw them again. Izuku, had a feeling that would happen. Momo, well they just monitored me. Power loader didn't notice though they left too quickly. Izuku, probably just hid behind some tree to make it look convincing. Oh well it's head to bed I'm tired.